She's beautiful.
Hey, Catherine, how you doing? How is your now life of gainful employment? And how are you, a hero? It's going all right, I guess. Things are okay. You know, just thought, come on. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Oh, oh man. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be watching Moon Knight later tonight. Looking forward to that. It'll be good, you know. Moon Knight. Finally start a homebrew cyberpunk game. Oh, what did you homebrew about it? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, a little tired, but that's because it's hard work standing around trying to get people to sign a petition. Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Oh man. It's a crazy world out there, and I've lost touch with everything. You know. No, I've just come to the conclusion I've just lost touch with everything. I don't even know what's going on. Life is just too complicated. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on. You know, I'm just trying to figure out how to live, and it's oof. Yeah, could be a lot easier. Could be a lot easier. It's a very strange world that we live in. Hey, non-key Jay Tilton, how you doing? Oh, based on Mega Man. Okay, all right. That's good. I think The Witch has a happy ending. I mean, maybe that's just me, but like, I don't know, it's pretty happy. Went the way I wanted. Huh. You like going out to play cards and also play board games on occasion. Good way. That's good. Yeah, that's good times. That's good times. Oh boy. No, don't know how long we're going to be on tonight. Just thought I'd come on and see how everybody was. Do. Apparently, Amazon AHS banned the use of the word union and living wage in its worker app. Yeah, that sounds about right. You can't talk about living wage. Oh my God. Do people become more conservative as they get older? A lot of people do. I don't know about if people in general do, but a lot of people do. You know, you can't fucking say livable wage. You know, no, I've just no. The world just wants you to die broken. They want you to be broke and broken. They don't need anything else. They're just like, no. Keep them broken. Who cares? If they kill themselves, that just means that they're not our problem anymore. You know, that's a good old fashioned, American way of doing it. Like that's why we're never going to get rid of bullying. You can't do that. Bullying is one of the big reasons that people decide to kill themselves. Can't have that. Can't get rid of that. People gotta just fucking be taking themselves out of the equation left and right, so that we don't have to deal with them. Amazon also banned the word bathroom implantation. I mean, huh. Eh, yeah. Die on the assembly line so we can just throw you on a big pyre and see, this is what's gonna happen. Like, they're gonna have people like just dying on those assembly lines, and then they're just gonna pick up the bodies, gonna put them all in a big fire, crackle, mix up all the ashes, they'll just tell the fucking family that the ashes that they've given them are theirs, but who really fucking, because who really fucking knows, right? Like, it doesn't fucking matter, and then they'll just do that, and then we'll just accept that, and that will be life. That'll be life. That'll be life from now on. You know, we all gotta pray to the money gods, right? It's all gotta pray for that, and just fucking, what else you gonna do? Like, what else are you motherfucking actually gonna do? Nothing. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do nothing. Because you can't do anything. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, just talking about the American workplace. Just, hey man, just die. Just work and die so we don't have to pay for anything anymore. Like, fuck that. I got like nothing. I got nothing. You know, I've given up. I'm gonna be honest. Like I've given up on a lot of this shit because I just do not. I just do not see the way forward anymore. It's one of those. Hey, what do we do about the climate? Nothing. We die. You know, that's what we do. Shouldn't we do something about it? Oh, probably. You think we're gonna do something about it? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. We ain't gonna do shit. We ain't gonna do fucking shit until it's too late. We ain't gonna do shit until it doesn't matter anymore. I guarantee you. I fucking guarantee it. Hey, glad you're not American. Hey, it's okay. You still live on the planet Earth. You're just as doomed as the rest of us. Like, God. I keep wanting to see the way forward, but man, everything that I see as a way forward is something that, like, the world seems to be dead set against doing. You know, I see the future. I see a future. I see a bright future. I see a future that's at least better than what we got now. You know, I definitely see that. I could see that, but like, no, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. That wouldn't be good for business. You know. Wouldn't be good for business. Can't do that. You decided to let politics decide what was gonna go, and now look what happened. Oh, oh. Did everything go to shit like I told you it would? Oh, that's really too fucking bad. You know. Yeah, but it's here on the Outcast Jackula stream, like uplifting everybody, you know, like telling you that there's giving you hope out there, you know. Like, ugh. God. I don't even know what to say, man. Well, no, I mean, if Yogi's Dolphin Revolution takes off, then I'll definitely be eating a little crow on that. Be like, oh shit, that worked. Okay, cool. No, I mean, I'm cool with that working. I like it when that works. Yeah. Nah. You know, the boomers dying fast enough. Nah, don't worry about that shit. It's just stupid humanity. You know, don't worry. Mother Nature's got it all handled. You know, she is bigger than what we are. The planet will be fine. You know, everything will be okay. You know, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you know, we'll be fucked. But like, who cares about us? You know, we don't care about us. Why should the rest of nature give a shit? The more I see how the business world books, the more I regret getting that management degree. Giving up on using the damn thing? Well, yeah. In a former life, Jack was a motivational speaker. Yeah, this is my karma now, you know? Like, I try to tell everyone, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. Just focus on the positive. Positate the negative. And now it's just like, no, fuck you. Why do we assume the older gen is to blame? Well, because you know it's not your fault and shit was broken when you got here. That's why. Yeah, Robin Williams and George Carlin agree with you. Here's the thing, like, I would love to disagree with that. I would love to disagree. Nah. It's too bleak. I see. Here's the thing. I see. I see the nobility of humankind, right? Like, I see what it is capable of. I see what it is capable of doing. And unfortunately, there is an equal force that is entirely bent on the idea of making sure that those people don't get shit done. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh, idiocracy? Oh, man. Yeah, that's being nice about it. Like, I look at idiocracy and I'm like, wow, you're really nice about it. You know? Because it's a movie, it had to end on a somewhat uplifting note. You know? No, I would have just ended that fucking movie with, like, everyone dying. I would have ended it like Don't Look Up. You know? Like, because that's where we're at. That's where we're at. We're at Don't Look Up, you know, and it's one of those like, yeah, everyone's fucked. Everyone's fucked because of something a few people did or what a few people want to have happen. It's too bad, too late, you know. You know, who was going to stop people from poisoning the environment the humans require to live? Nobody. It wasn't going to happen. You know, but aren't we smarter than that? Apparently not. Apparently fucking not. You blame boomers? I blame boomers in the way I would have blamed anybody who came before I did. You know? Because here's the problem. Here's definitely one of the problems. You spend a great deal of your adult life fighting against a problem only to realize that no one's going to let you succeed. Like, no one will let you. Everyone will fuck you over just because they can. You know, petty, stupid reasons. You're like, hey, I'm trying to make sure everyone's alive and like fucking doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one bit. You know, not in the world of political power. Like, that shit don't matter. That's why I hate it so much. Politics don't get shit done. Doesn't get anything done. You know, we're about to go into a fucking we're about to go into another recession because like we couldn't just pick up and start building shit again. This man, like a group of people came up with this great idea. Hey, why don't we spend all this money to make all this broken shit work again? Wouldn't that be a good idea? No, that'd be a terrible idea. Can't do that. Yeah, better that we should have a recession. That's the thinking. And don't think that these people are doing you any favors or even think that they are. They're not. If they think that they're doing you a favor, they're stupid as fuck. Like, they're just, so what is it? Idiot or asshole? You know? Trying to fight against the poisoning of the environment, and they'll call you an eco-terrorist and put you away. Dude, yeah, they'll just laugh at you. Another recession? Yeah, there's going to be another recession. What are you talking about? Of course there is. We didn't do anything about the last one. What, did you just think it's just going to go away? Yeah, there's going to be another recession. Of course there is. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but it's going to happen, It'll happen in the next couple of years, too, This is the way it is. I've already seen the startings of it. Like, why not both idiot and assholes? Yeah, there are a lot of idiot assholes out there, But, like, there's a lot of shit going on that I'm like, oh, my God. Fuck the real estate business. We haven't learned anything since the .com crash. Holy shit. Yeah. It's always another recession. They're always going to blame immigrants and poor people. Oh, I am dooming tonight, John. Do you want to help perk me up or something? Because, yep. Oh, we're not, yeah, more COVID, more everything. Wow, it's like nothing changed. Yeah, because Americans didn't want to change anything. So, it didn't. We did nothing and we're all out of ideas. Oh. Oh, boy. Yep. Yeah, my entire life has been one recession after another financially. It's just the way it is. I've never been good enough in an office or corporate environment to be able to like do anything about that. I have the proper attitude. I try a lot. It just doesn't seem to matter. I seem to do a lot better when I don't give a shit. Let me put on a shirt. Okay, John. I seem to emotionally weather when I don't give a shit about this kind of thing anymore. I mean, I definitely don't do worse. I don't do financially worse. God, I still remember like being in my 30s and trying to get all my shit together, which I thought was a pretty good idea. I thought it was a noble goal, but that Yeah, I didn't get as far as I wanted. I was hoping it'd be like, hey, like I could probably deal with like, just having a 9 to 5 and, having everything be okay. And, I'll just, I could be useful. You know, I could live off crumbs. I could live off the crumbs of the wealthy. I do. And then it was like, well, we don't want to give you crumbs anymore. Wait, why? Well, no reason. Really? No reason? Nah, it's just business. Oh. Huh. Wow. Hey, do you want to take this job that'll cost you more money than it will take to actually get to work? Uh, no. No, I would rather not do that, you know. Come on. Yeah, trying to make the world a better place didn't work out so well. I don't blame the endeavor. I think trying to make the world a better place is a good thing to do, but like, if you need results, you're fucked. Yeah, that was my problem. I needed results. I needed something. You know. So get on the happy train. Oh man, I'd love to get my teeth fixed. You know, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, picturing Jack in a suit and tie. You think you're gonna have nightmares? If it was good suit and tie, I can wear a good suit, but I'm not very good at that defeated businessman look, or I'm too good at it, depending on how you want to put it. Hey, John.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm having a good day.
No, you're not. Don't lie to me.
Well, here's a fucking thing. Like, it's not that I had a bad day. The day itself was okay, but then I did something stupid.
Oh, what'd you do?
I thought about the world.
Well, see, here's the problem when
That
you're
was
a
that was
misanthrope.
that was yeah, that was a mistake. That was a big
Here's,
mistake.
here's the problem when you're a misanthrope. You only focus on the negative news. There is positive news out there, and you don't have to search hard for it. But when you use social media, and yes, I'm blaming social media for this.
Oh, I'm not blaming social media. I'm blaming YouTube and the news.
What do you think YouTube is?
All right. If you want to count YouTube as social media, then sure.
It's designed to make you mad. It's designed to
all right.
make you miserable. It's designed to do that. Why? Because it gets more engagement that way.
Yeah. Oh, Jack, you tried to care, didn't you? Yeah, I did.
See,
I did. That was a bad idea.
No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
But every time I wander outside of the sphere of horror, alternative culture, and boobs, bad things happen to my emotional state.
Okay, then I understand. Like not like going into politics right now is fucking terrible.
Oh, it's bad. It's so bad.
But great thing is like even our enemies fight themselves. So
that is true. That is true.
Like that's the thing that like we have to like come to the realization of like the voter base that that the Republican Party depends on slowly thinning themselves out, and they're not gaining any new ones.
I need more of the promised land.
I get it.
You know, I need just a little bit. I don't need the whole thing.
Right.
You know, just I need a little bit of that milk and honey. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, and I wish I could like just click my fingers and let it go. But even Moses had to walk through the desert for 40 days.
Hey. It's like if it was like, yo, walk through the desert for 4 days, you get to land of milk and honey. Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. Do what you gotta. But no, this is like get to the end, and then God's like, yeah, Moses, because you punched a rock, you don't get in. Fuck you! Like, what are you talking about? Why don't Moses get in? Because he punched a rock. You know, like, are you fucking shitting me? And why wouldn't you get bad with God? You've been wandering around the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. You're allowed to get a little pissed off.
Well, see, that's the thing. This God's not really big into that whole, like, nuance thing. The good thing is that God doesn't dictate anything going on in our personal lives.
I hope not. You know?
Well, I mean, like, what was the last time you felt the touch of the Lord on you?
Well, that Lord,
all right,
been a while. Yeah,
exactly. You told him to piss off, and he left you the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm rooting for the rapture at this point. Please take all the Christians off this fucking planet so we can fix shit.
I would, dude. Like, I will be okay. I will be okay with just doing something that might help.
Right.
Like that might actually help, you know, like that. I'm really into this.
And I understand that. Like, but at the same time, it's like the only thing that could truly help is what we're basically doing now. Like we don't have the power at the moment, but we are the message that we're spreading.
Do is bitch and tell everyone it's all fucked up.
Exactly. And it's not like, again, that's not like the dooming part, because like eventually enough people bitch, complain about something, either it's guillotines or fucking things get fixed. Like,
yeah. It's you know, I'm just, to me, it's looking a little more like guillotines, to be totally honest, which, I mean it comes down to this. I don't lose when guillotines come out, so I'm okay with it.
Right.
If I think that guillotines will have any effect, no, they'll have no effect. Just like they did, just like they didn't when the fucking guillotine was invented.
Oh, it did.
Like, yeah.
France destroyed monarchy for like a good hot minute.
Oh, yeah, but then it got way worse for a while there.
Well, there's a power vacuum. Shit happens during that time, and yes, that's gonna be an issue.
Exactly. What I don't know what America needs. I really don't. I'm kind of like
America needs.
I feel like it's just an old person on life support that I'm just refusing to pull the plug on.
No, see, that's the thing. It would be, except for the fact that there's like younger America that's coming up behind it. That's the one you actually give a shit
I think that shit is overrated.
Well, of course you do. You're an old cranky bastard.
Yeah, I'm an old cranky bastard. I've seen my generation and 2 generations afterward fail to make a dent in this shit.
Well, I'm sorry, but Gen X decided to get high and do nothing the entire time, which, to be fair, so did my generation.
Yeah. But here's the thing. It's not like people didn't try.
Well, see,
it's like there've always been good people around, you know? There always has been, but god damn, is it fucking impossible to get anything done.
But that's the thing. Who, like, after the boomers go, who's stopping the next generation? I know I'm not. I know a lot of people in my generation are gonna be like, go ahead, fucking do your best.
I'll tell you who it is. It's gonna be the motherfuckers from my generation who are rich now. It's gonna be your Jeff Bezoses. It's gonna be your Elon Muskses. It's gonna be those assholes.
Yeah, but even those fucking icons are losing their fucking shine. Nobody gives a fuck what they think anymore.
Well, like, they may lose their shine. They may lose their shine, but are they going to lose as much of that power? It really depends.
You're
You
only as
know?
powerful as how popular you are.
Well, not actually. Not when we're
Uh,
talking. Oh no,
I
no, no,
I'm
no, no,
telling
no,
no. I'm
no,
telling you,
no.
when you have an economy based on fucking futures and people buying into your bullshit, if every time you open your mouth something falls, nobody gives a fuck about you.
Oh yeah. The problem is that don't last forever.
It lasts for a while,
Yeah,
and
oh,
that's the
it can
thing.
last for a good while, but
Again,
like,
nobody in our generations, in my generation or the generation after, wants to fucking be the next Elon Musk. Nobody
no,
does.
no. I don't think. I think there are people out there that do. That there will be. There's always all you need is that one asshole. You know, like I'm
But
not
like
even. I don't
again,
even think like it's a generational failure. I think it's just a numbers game. You know, I think it's just like all you need is
it's
one asshole willing to take advantage of X many people and getting X
the
many people on their side to do so.
well, that's the thing, man. I'm telling you, like right now is fucking terrible. Why? Because the old people are losing their fucking power, so they're doing terrible fucking things in their wrath
Yep.
and their death wakes. I
Yep.
don't think that shit's gonna last. And
Well,
it's because of the generations that have come after that, the current ones in power that have stepped back from religious extremes and more into
oh
social
yeah.
progress.
Yeah. But as soon as you step away from the religious extremes, then you got to deal with the libertarian fuckers. You know, like
Oh,
it's always something. It's always going to
all
be something.
30,000 of them. Oh man, I'm scared.
Well,
Yeah,
I
when they start winning elections, I'll give a shit about libertarians.
all right, fair enough. I just God damn it.
It's like the evil socialists that the rights are so fucking afraid of. When we start winning
Look,
elections,
if
okay,
I
fair.
wake up, all right, look, if I wake up one day and like this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm like things might be okay if I wake up one day and fucking what's that asshole's name? The Turtle Man,
Mitch
Trump,
McConnell.
Putin. If all three, I wake up and all three of them are dead on the same day, and I wake up, and I mean like dead, like fucking dead, like not assassinated, not just no, they're just fucking dead. Might have a chance.
I'm curious, like obviously I'm on Ukraine's side of this war.
Oh, I'm
I'm
very
curious
much on Ukraine's side of this war.
I'm curious, like if this keeps going the way it goes and it has that inevitable end that is looking more and more likely. What does a Putinless world look like?
Won't have to worry about it for long. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
but
There will
like
be a new asshole in charge. Now,
maybe.
whether or not now, the big thing will be whether or not that person is a fucking asshole.
Well, like that's the thing. Russia has proved they have no military might. They lost to Ukraine.
Yeah, they just lost to the Ukraine. That's not good. That's not a good look.
Like they tried to do the America thing of like schedule the invasion. The problem is they didn't really have the ability.
Well, it's like
or the skill to do it.
they tried to be America and they failed. And here's the thing. America already didn't succeed at this.
Oh, I mean, we did better than they did.
Oh yeah.
We,
Yeah,
like,
oh
we
yeah,
at least,
definitely. Like
yeah.
we went in strong and stayed strong for years until it was like, dude, we have no idea how to fucking get out of this fight.
Right.
Like
Well,
they
that's the
wore
thing.
us down definitely, and because
Yeah.
we were stupid. Russia
we had no
was
fucking
dumber
reason
than
to
that.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know,
we literally had no reason to fight in the middle in Iraq or Afghanistan because it
oh,
was
that's
like
not true. That's not true,
well,
actually.
we like let's put it this way, after like the first 10 years we had no fucking reason to be in Iraq or Afghanistan.
Yes, we did, actually. It was just, unfortunately, the reason that we were there was because the minute we pulled out, this was going to happen. Now, here's the problem. There was nothing we were doing that was going to change that.
Well, that's the thing. Nothing was like that's what I'm saying. Like, even when we invaded and set up the governments,
Yeah,
there was no fucking
yeah.
shot.
Yeah, exactly. No, there wasn't a chance. And so basically Russia was like, oh, we can do it with like half the know-how. What? Like, I'm like, we already failed, dude. Also, you already failed at that same thing. So what is this? Are you just sort of like, nah, I feel like our numbers are due? Is that what this is? Like,
And it's also,
like you're just at a roulette wheel and you're like, well, double or nothing.
well, and it's like, at the same fucking time, it's like, well, nobody will fucking stand in for Ukraine, so we'll just go there, fuck shit up for like a week, and then be done. And then, like, as soon as they invaded, the West just kind of went, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
like,
we don't have to shoot you. We can just not give you money anymore.
Right. Which is like, again, as an American leftist, I'm like, oh,
you know, and the funny thing is that, all right, I will say this. I am glad about one thing. America's going to be off the hook. America's off the hook as far as China is concerned.
right.
Because I did not think that Russia was going to be the one that China was going to throw under the bus.
Well, it's weird, right? Because China's just sitting there
I
going
thought
like,
Russia was smarter than that. I was like, China's not going to support you. They're going to sit there and go like, yeah, that looks like, you know what, we're going to have a meeting about it. We'll get right back to you. And hello, this is the Chinese government. Your call is very important to us. You know?
Oh, it's weird, right? Because everyone's like, "Oh, what if China joins it with Russia?" I was like,
That's not going to happen. That's
I was like,
not going to happen.
that's. I hate to put this in gaming terms, which, whatever, you can shit on me for saying this, but it's like they're playing a game of Civ 6 and they're going for that economic victory. And then, like, their neighbor to the north's like going to war with another country that like they're friends, and they're like, sorry, I have a trade agreement with them. You're fucked.
yeah, sorry. We're just gonna sit here. You know, we're not gonna do anything. You know, it's all right. You know, all I know is that I'm not getting attacked, so fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, what are you gonna do? Invade? Let's look at the last time someone tried to invade China and was successful. Oh, the Mongols, and that came from within the territory. Oh, let's see. Who's tried? Ooh, a lot of people. Who succeeded? Nobody.
I think
they fended off more bullshit than Egypt, motherfucker, and they're still standing. You know, like come on.
And you know what I find to be the
whatever bonus. I don't get. Granted, most of those bonuses are probably coming just from the geography, but don't discount that ever.
Right. You know what I find interesting? With something that popped up on my radar and then I didn't see it ever again. Apparently, Israel is like on the side of Putin, and I'm like, oh,
whoa, oh, that's gonna get interesting.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's gonna get real interesting.
I saw that pop up and I went, why is no one talking about this?
I know why no one's talking about this.
Yeah.
I know why no one's talking about this. That's because no one, right? Everyone's going, all right, maybe if we ignore Israel, we're not going to all of a sudden realign our fucking mental crosshairs.
Right.
You know, we don't want to destabilize the Middle East any further. And maybe by the time this all calms down, Israel will have chilled the fuck out. That's what we're hoping for.
But I'm sitting there like again, it's just floating down my feed, and I went, oh, okay. All right. So Israel is just basically like, I dare the USA to do something.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
ask Japan how that went. Don't fucking do that. We're allied with you now. But if you fucking ally with our enemy, oh boy. Oh boy, that changes fast.
Oh yeah. But like
You
like
know,
Ed Hero
like,
says
oh
right
no,
there,
how to put it? Oh no, if you're gonna be on America's side, you suck all wholesome American cocks.
yeah.
Okay, you know, like holy crap.
Um,
It's okay if you
Ed
suck
Hero,
a little Chinese cock on the side, but your lips touch Russian cock. Oh, there's gonna be problems.
as Ed Hero says, Russia has shown how vital logistics are. Yeah, they have. You can't just have like the world's second biggest army and have nobody fucking able to lead it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, everyone has taken notes, and every vet I know is apologizing to the POGs.
Yeah. It's like I hate to. Isn't Syria allied with Russia? Well,
I believe it is. Yes.
Well, technically, yes, but that's because Russia's basically in Syria.
Yeah. Isn't
That's like
Russia
saying-
allied with Syria? Allied?
That's like saying like Guam's allied with America.
America,
Like,
yeah. It kind of pretty much is. Yeah.
yes, it is. It's kind of part of it, actually.
Yeah. Hey, you know, there's this place, Puerto Rico. I wonder where that lies on the fucking.
I know. Yeah, like fucking hell. Like it's just this whole fucking thing, this whole fucking Ukraine thing has made me like realize like, oh, I really just hate authoritarians. Like I don't care if they're left or right. It's just the authoritarian part that I fucking hate.
Oh, I definitely hate authoritarians, but I gotta be practical about it. Push comes to shove, I'm on the home team.
Oh, same. I like I'd rather America kind of like come out on top of this. Like I know it's gonna be really difficult later down the line, and it's gonna be more shit to deal with, but I live here.
Exactly. Exactly. This is where my carcass is probably going to be buried, so I'm kind of on that side by default. You know,
it's like people be like, yeah, but Ukraine has like far right nationalists, and I'm like,
oh my
yes,
god, so do we.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my fucking god, you don't fucking say.
Oh my god, it's like it's a global fucking issue that's probably all came from the same goddamn area, huh?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. At
what would
least
a
it's
Putinless
not. At
world
least
look
not.
like?
At least it's not part of like fucking official policy.
Right.
You know, like holy crap. Like if it had been like Ukraine is like, yes, we will defend Ukraine and kill all the Jews. I mean, we'd been like, whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa, hey, wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Back up now. What did you say?
I killed the Russians. All right.
All
Okay,
right. I thought you said something else. For they are too Jewish. Oh my
Oh,
god.
son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Like, what the hell's wrong with you people?
Don't make me agree with Vladimir Putin. Don't do
yeah,
that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make me bring out the imaginary Jewish space lasers.
Oh my god, that fucking cunt.
I know. I'm like, Congress. Like, I gotta ask. I gotta wonder who back in Civil War days believed in Atlantis. Like, really believed in it.
Oh, a lot of them did.
I mean,
A lot of them did.
holy shit.
No, like, and then like, I loved the story of Atlantis because like it sounds great. Like, oh man, that sounds like a really cool like mythology. That's really badass. Where'd it come from? Well,
that is
it didn't come from Greece.
Tale.
Like,
but it's one of those. It came from Greece originally.
Yeah,
but that's kind of like saying that. Oh God, sorry. I need a good. That's kind of like saying that pasta came from Greece. It's like you're kind of technically right, but yeah.
It's like saying pasta came from China. Like technically you're right.
Technically you're right, but no, that's not.
We're
that's
talking
not
about
what
raviolis right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like, yeah, you might be technically right, but like not in any way that matters.
But no, like I think I just saw before I came on, like she's fucking got the Capitol Police out for Jimmy Kimmel because he made a joke about her.
I don't think she has that power.
She doesn't. But goddamn it, if she doesn't think she does.
Wait, so she just basically shouted into the microphone at the federal police that they need to do something about Jimmy Kimmel.
She Karen'd her way there.
I don't think that's gonna cut muster. I
Much
don't think
like
that
everything-
dog's gonna hunt. You know,
Much like everything else that she's tried to do. Yeah, no shit.
I'm just amazed. I am a little amazed that she tried though.
Who's gonna like? I hate. Okay, can I bitch about Republicans for like a good 15 minutes?
Oh, dude. Okay, can you hold on to it long enough for me to get a cherry Coke?
Yeah, go get yourself a Coke. But like,
all right.
I have a bone to pick with the Republican Party. I mean, besides the obvious shit, the same bone I have to pick with the fucking Democratic Party. Hi, everybody out there and Count Jackula slut pit land. Let's be real. Conservatives and the government have no idea what powers the government actually have. New conservatives, 100%. Old conservatives, less so, but new conservatives, yes.
Boom, boom. I got like a boom, boom, boom. I got like a boom, 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 boom. Was a night like this 40 million years ago. I lit a cigarette and took a monkey skull to go. It looked like two big silver trees and suddenly learned to soar. Anyway. And a lion mighty lions roar. I walk the dinosaur.
Oh God. I think we just showed her age there.
Mm-hmm. Shut up, man.
Sorry.
By the time that shit was in the Super Mario Brothers movie, it was already old school. Yeah,
that's right. All right. I hate all Republicans now, and it's not just because they're all like a bunch of bigots. They are. But some of them were like conservative, like with like money bigots, and not like outwardly like we should kill all of them bigots. But you know what pisses me off the most about it is people like Mitt Romney.
Oh God!
Like
yeah.
Well, like Mitt Romney, you're Suzanne Collins. I mean,
Liz Cheney Suzanne fucking Collins.
Yeah,
I hate that one with a burning fucking passion.
Same.
You know, she's fucking Congress's answer to fucking Dolores Umbridge.
Same. But nobody, and I mean nobody, has fucking stopped these weirdos that represent their party. Holy shit. Like everyone like forgot, I guess, that Madison Cawthorn basically just said that Washington DC is a fucking coke orgy pit. Like,
yep.
When that came out, I was like, oh, you just told on a lot of people, didn't you? Oh, why? Oh my God. No, that's terrible. I mean, I know you say you get invited, but you never go. It's probably because you never get fucking invited.
Yeah. Like, do you even have an invitation, dude? Like, I know you're in Congress and everything, but like, you strike me as the one guy in the otherwise cool kids club. Everyone's like, no, don't fucking bring that guy. No one wants that guy.
I mean, I've got a horrible joke about why he doesn't get invites, but I might make some people here mad.
Oh, what? Because he got no dick. Because he got no legs.
No, I was gonna say like, well, he doesn't get invited because these senators' apartments in DC don't have any.
Oh, that's right. They don't have wheelchair access.
Sorry,
I'll say that. I'll say this. You're kind of right. DC is not a wheelchair-friendly area. At least it wasn't when I was last there.
I mean, nobody wants to drag the fucking bane of the party upstairs.
No.
The whole time while he's bitching about going up there.
No.
But
no,
yeah,
there's
like
some people that aren't allowed in the party, even if they got the hottest chick.
Ain't that the bitch?
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucking cannot understand how this this party that was like the old codger but wasn't like crazy. They just didn't want shit to work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Democrats are like trying their damnedest to make sure the fucking the mechanisms of government work at least a little bit.
At least, yeah, at least the gears run. At least we're gaining at least there's some forward motion. It's sort of like, hey, we got an idea. Why don't we get this shit out of neutral and just like get into drive? We're not even saying you have to put your foot off the brake just yet. Let's just shift gear and get ready to move in case we need to. That might be a good idea. And no, can't even do that.
No, here's my fucking issue. The problem is, like, Republicans were the ones that are like that kept their foot on the fucking brake. Mm-hmm. Now these new Republicans are literally walking around the fucking car like a bunch of hyped up sugar-filled toddlers with monkey wrenches, just beating the shit out of this fucking thing, and nobody's slapping the kid to fucking tell him to stop.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, we can't do anything. Ugh.
We're a party that's held hostage by the Trumpers, and it's like, yeah, what a fucking concept. You let that motherfucker run in your party and look low, what happens?
Yep.
You're reaping what you fucking sowed, you fucking idiots. God, it's worse. Like, at least the Democrats, the reason I'm mad is because they're not doing shit. I don't want to be mad. Like, Republicans have got to be mad with every time they look at the news, one of their fucking golden children's in the news, like they fucking kicked a blind baby down the fucking draining.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
What comes down to this, like, when you're the thing that we hate that is so fucking annoying about the Democrats is basically, God damn it, stop pretending like the other side ain't cheating.
Exactly. For fuck's sake, stop doing the high road bullshit. It doesn't get you anything.
We're not getting anywhere.
Fucking fight them in the goddamn trenches. I mean, like, look.
We will fight you on the beaches. You know, like, come on, man.
I may have my issues with the squad and AOC, and most of the issues is just like, I know what you're trying your damnedest, but it's not happening quick enough.
Yeah, the problem is they don't have enough power.
But they
don't have the
but she's right when she says like, no, we need to we need to do what the Republicans are doing, which is embracing our more leftist ideals, because that's the popular shit.
Yeah, they need to be able, the Democrats need to be able to go, the people have spoken. You know, they need to be able to speak with that kind of voice and just be like, the people have spoken. You know, this is a democracy, in case you haven't noticed. You know, like, go ahead, reclaim a little bit of the American flag, you know, and the fucking eagle and all that shit. You know, you're already in the government. It's fine. You can do that.
And also, like,
if I do that, everyone worries that I've turned into a right winger. You know, like,
that is such a fuck. Oh my god. It makes me like irrationally fucking angry about the fact that every time I see someone with a fucking American flag, I have to worry about
me too,
they
man.
Are.
Me too, man. I'm like, no, man, that should be like, hey, look at that, America. You know, I'm over there. I get to be over there because I'm an American. You know.
Yeah, but now the problem is these assholes are running around with a fucking flag are the ones that are like, you're not American enough.
Yeah.
That, like, oh my god, like, that's my fucking like, this is the reason why I left the right, is because it went from like an ideal of, you know, stop allowing governments to run everything in your life, to now it's like we're afraid that the Democrats are actual pedophiles. Well, what about the pedophiles you actually have in the party? We don't talk about them, but they over there fuck kids.
Yeah, and it's like, because every time they find one, they kind of get rid of them post haste. You know, but like fucking Mitch McConnell, Al Franken might have fucking done some shit that was inappropriate with female staff members. Motherfucker was gone.
Like
Motherfucker's done.
No investigation, no like, well, we'll see, we'll do whatever the police say. Nah, just you out. And like, we can't even do that. Like, Republicans can't even do that with like fucking Jim Jordan and Matt Gaetz.
Oh, I know, right? That's like Matt Gaetz is one thing. Like, I'm willing to think. I'm willing to do this. All right, I'm willing to believe you were stupid enough not to realize that that's what this guy was when you voted for him. All right? But what about the actual pedophile who was convicted? Convicted! Are you insane? No, he's the man. That's the wall-eyed blind motherfucker's going to lead us to victory. What the shit?
You know what I think about Mexicans? Oh God, no.
No. Know what I think about Mexicans? I don't want to know. Keep it to your goddamn self.
If it's not, they make the bombest ass chimichangas. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck yeah.
like, Jesus Christ! And then I have to fucking defend myself all the fucking time because I have a southern accent, and like I know people fucking look at me wrong whenever I start opening my mouth, and it's like, no, I'm one of the ones that like is good. Like, we exist, I promise. There's enough of us. We just don't like voting because we've been beaten down.
Yeah, well, when you live in a red state, it's hard to keep showing up them polls.
Oh, it 100% is, but like, fuck, like we're like bottom 2 in the fucking country for voter turnout.
Yeah.
And then we have our representatives that literally pass fucking laws to strengthen hetero marriages while also sneaking in a little thing about no age, about eliminating the age qualifications for marriage.
It's like, here we will not break a land where a man can truly be free. Yeah, marry your cousins.
Well, marry your 15-year-old cousins.
Oh.
God damn it! Like, I'm trying. Like, I'm like, okay. And the funny thing is, I found this stat out today, Jack. You want to know the funniest thing is about that? If you had to give me a percentage of Republicans in the Tennessee state representative, like not like federal, state representative,
just the state reps, okay,
who are being investigated for corruption, where would you put that?
I'd probably put that about 20 at least.
Oh, you're overshooting it. 15%,
15%,
which is a lot.
Huh,
which is a lot.
That's actually a little bit better than I was expecting.
Which is a lot. Like,
it is.
It's way too fucking much because those are the dumbasses that got caught.
Yeah. Actually, my favorite.
Our Speaker of the House got caught. Exactly. It's like, oh my fucking God.
I still remember when when Leland Yee, like, let me put it this way. Hey, look, I'm not saying we do it better in California, but at least
California's got its own set of issues.
Oh, it's got its own set of issues. But at least San Francisco's motherfucker went down because he was a gun runner. Like, I'm sitting there going like, well, damn, that's at least some real shit. I didn't think they fucking made him like that no more. What is this, the 40s? Is Al Capone back? What's happening?
Meanwhile, on the right, as Joseph brought up here, the anti-abortion activists found with aborted fetuses in her fucking home.
What?
Oh, did you not see that? Oh my fucking
Wait.
God.
I mean, I heard something about aborted fetuses, but then I just tuned out,
So there was this anti-abortion activist that was like huge. Like, it was huge on Twitter, huge on TikTok and everything.
Okay.
I think she lived in New York or somewhere. Someone could probably correct me. She lived like in a metropolitan area.
Okay.
They kicked down her door and found, like, I think it was like 50 dead If only dead fetuses in her fucking house.
Where did she get them?
I guess from abortion clinics. I don't fucking know.
How?
I don't know, Jack. Look, I'm pro-abortion, okay? I'm pro-women's choice. I fucking for me, that's a weird thing to keep in your house.
Yeah, that is a weird thing to keep in your house. Like, I'm trying to figure out where you get one. You know, like,
Because I've been
more than
looking.
one. Yeah, more than one sounds like a lot to me. Because I'm like, hey, where does one put? Where does one get aborted fetuses? I can't answer that
When
question.
Vince McMahon is the least evil member of your political party, you know you $#
When Vince McMahon is the least evil member of your political party, you fucked up. Yes, I
Yes.
agree, Flashman, and thank you. Thank you for the $10 donation. You are 100% correct.
But I need to find my aborted fetus guy. Apparently, like
I need to have words. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I need to have words. Because apparently this woman get 50 of them. I can't even get a guy to return my phone call. You know?
Right. Like, I called the fucking oddity store and go, hey, do you have any aborted fetuses? And I get like a dial tone after saying fetus.
Yeah.
So she took them from the back of a medical waste truck.
How did she get access to the back of a medical waste truck? How do you get access to that?
I guess she was like just sitting outside the clinic all day.
Maybe. I mean, you know, points for dedication, man. But
again, why?
Why? Yeah, what was the point of that?
Because I know what I wanted aborted.
Was she
fetus.
gonna be like, we're gonna now unleash aborted fetuses upon the steps of the Capitol building? I mean, okay.
Maybe she was trying to be a necromancer and like raise up the fucking.
I got nothing. I'm like, what were you trying to do with that? You know, like, was there a plan? Because I can't imagine you would go to the fucking extent of getting 50 aborted fetuses without there being some kind of a plan.
I think it was like, it may have been like 12 to 15. Sorry. Like not 50, but still 12 to 15 is way too many.
Dude, more than one is a lot.
Right.
You
know, I know why we would have an aborted fetus in our house. And
yeah, but I wouldn't need more than one of them.
Right.
You know, it would be like, I'm fucked up. Look, I have an aborted fetus in a jar right over here. You know, like aren't I fucked up? Fear and respect me. You know, but
like we would put it on the coffee table.
15? What are you trying to prove? You
know? Do you have one in every fucking like bedroom and bathroom? Like,
are you making a calendar? You know, like what are you doing?
Are you gonna make them like use them to make candles?
Ooh, yeah. Step 1, steal fetuses. Step 2, step 3, profit. What were you playing? Is there an answer for what she was planning on doing with this? Because I need to believe. Hi, Kitty. I need to believe that there was some sort of reason behind this, even if it's a bad one. You know, because otherwise, I'm left to ponder the idea that there are people who are anti-abortionists just because they really want to get a hold of fetuses for some fucking weird reason. And that's probably not going to go in a direction I want it to go.
Oh, it was in fucking Washington, D.C. Sorry. I'm looking this story up now because I'm trying to figure out if she said like any fucking reason why she had it.
Yeah, was she gonna throw them at Congress or something? You know, like.
So, like, I guess like a local station was like doing something. Like, I guess they got a hint that it was coming up, and they went to her house. They asked her what they were gonna find. She's like, people will freak out when they hear. No shit.
Ooh, Kitty caught a bug. Kitty caught a bug. Yes, Kitty, you caught a bug. No, don't bring it in here. All right. He's hunting the bug. So,
Oh, never mind.
So, what was this master plan?
We still don't know.
She just has them.
Oh my God, there's another one. Oh, this
What?
happened today.
Wait. You're telling me there's more than one person, anti-abortionist, with a dead fetus collection?
Jack, strap in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you the fucking link.
Oh, jeez. This
happened today.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right.
Anti-abortion group claims it took 115 fetuses from a medical waste truck.
Oh, my God. Said it took 115 fetuses from a medical waste company and buried 110 of them at an undisclosed location. What? Washington, D.C. police, which originally said it found 5 fetuses in one of the group members' apartments, is continuing to investigate the case. At a news conference Tuesday, 2 members of Progressive Anti-Abortion Uprising.
Oh.
That would be, Teresa Bukovinak. Okay.
Something Slavic.
Some...
And Lauren Handy, the original woman who was arrested,
said they got the fetal remains from a medical waste company, employees who gave them the box from his truck. All right, so they basically got it on the black market. They basically like, hey, we'll pay to have these. And I was like, well, I'm just going to throw them in a fucking incinerator, so sure.
The two
now,
women saw the medical waste truck from Curtis Bay Medical Waste Services outside Washington Surgery Clinic, which performs medical procedures such as abortions. The women said that they took the box to Handy's apartment. In total, they claimed there were 115 fetuses in the box. That's...
Said in a news conference, she asked the driver of the truck if he would get in trouble if they took one of the boxes. She says he was shaken when they told him what the contents of the box were. The 2 women apparently told the driver they would bury the fetuses. The driver thought for a second, and he said, okay. All right, here's the thing.
Okay,
2 women
now I get it.
Come up to you and are like, we got a box of 115 fetuses we're going to bury. Okay. Why don't you leave now? Because whether or not you're telling the truth is immaterial at this point. I'm worried I'm going to get killed. Go on.
I think I know why they did this.
Yeah, let's see. Curtis Bay Medical Waste told them that they do not transport fetal remains. Several members of the anti-abortion group face federal charges. What the fuck?
So, like, they lied, of course. But I think I know why they did this.
Okay.
And it has to do with religion, of course, and not what you think. What sect of Christianity says that you can't go to heaven unless you're buried?
Oh, no.
They're Catholic.
Oh, no. Seriously?
Yep. Because I was like, well, why are they buried? Oh, okay. Let me see it. Let me check. Yep. Catholic. All right.
All right. But why the fuck did they keep, like, any of them in the house?
So they could I don't fucking know. Maybe it takes time to bury 115 fetuses.
Oh, probably does, but but where were you planning on doing it? Do you have to do it on hallowed ground? Do they need to be given last rites? Like, what's the procedure for this kind of thing? Like, I don't know.
And I'm not saying it's the only section.
Do you have to baptize them before you bury them?
Well, they're babies, so they don't know that they're sinners yet.
Well, yeah, but all babies that aren't christened go to hell.
No, they go to purgatory.
No, they go to hell.
No.
They go to
Like,
purgatory? All right. So they're in purgatory. I don't know. Well, I don't know what Christians think of hell, so I'm like, all they tell you is like it's a bad place, and then like they just start making shit up. And there's gonna be a giant panda bear sticking you in the dick, you know, like all right, okay, you know, none of it makes sense.
Yeah, I was about to say, as Jay Tilton said, no, like they may have like lightened up on that, but that is still 100% something the Catholic Church believes in. Like, so
Okay, so they looked at
But
a
they're-
medical waste truck,
allegedly,
allegedly found fetuses,
mm-hmm.
and then we're like, we gotta bury these
Yep.
because we're cats, apparently. All right, yeah, sure, okay.
The only reason why I know like that's true is because like I had to bury my cousin very recently. He was converted Catholic, and he was cremated, so they had to bury us or do a burial rites ceremony for it.
Yeah. One giant DMV. No, that's a Chinese underworld. That's a Chinese underworld. Like, hey, look, I gotta tell you one thing. People complain about the heavenly bureaucracy, but at least things move. You go to like purgatory, it's just every man for himself. You know, like there's no order. It's all whatever is happening. Like, you know, Plato's over there hanging out, and you're like, why is he still here? Like nobody knows. You know, it's like, motherfucker,
Like,
how long have you been here? Like, you know, like, oh, I've been here since I died in like negative 5,000 years. And like, and Hitler just went right on in, huh? You know, like, how the fuck is this supposed to work? What's going on here? Nothing makes sense. It's all bullshit.
Well, Hitler had a very short case in front of him, so he kind of got expoed.
Yeah, might have gotten expedited, but it's sort of like, man, why don't I just make that guy wait? You know, like make him like I feel like that what you need to do for Hitler is you just need to have hot Jewish girls making fun of him for all eternity. You know, just like just him naked with his one testicle. And
no, the true hell for Hitler would be him living in the world he thought actually existed. Like have him living in a German ghetto as a last surviving German and being constantly hunted and harassed by Jewish people.
Actually, I like them making fun of bit. You know,
well, like. But like, you know, throwing bricks at his fucking head, you know, he has to go like through the entire process of going to a concentration camp, dying at a concentration camp, the entire, you know, months-long process that is, and then when he dies, it starts all over again.
Well, actually, I think what it should be is like they just make fun of him for a long time, and they're like, okay, we'll stop making fun of you if you just say this, you know, whatever it is. I, Hitler, am a complete I, Hitler, like to suck my own farts, you know, or whatever, like childish bullshit. And they get him to say that, and with tears in his eyes, they go like, haha, just kidding. Or they just keep putting him on a train, you know, it's just a train that only transports him. It's a train that transports him, but it's every version of him that ever actually existed, you know, and they're like, all right, here's the deal. You have to genuinely like one person on this train.
I just had a great idea for a reincarnation, but it breaks like the whole timeline thing. All right.
Oh, yeah?
Which is this. Hitler gets reincarnated, but he gets reincarnated to a Polish Jew during the 1930s.
Ooh, yeah.
And he like every time he dies, he has to do it again until he reaches that magical like 9 million number for every person, Jewish, Romani, gay, blind.
Yeah,
like,
whatever the real number is, because like, you know, it's heaven. They probably got it.
Right.
You know.
He has to do that every time for every person that that died because of that shit, and then he gets to go to heaven.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. No, here's how you really make it awful. This is how you make that even worse. Is you go, all right, if you want this to end, you got to do this that many times, or you could just stand here. Or you could just stand here. We're not going to make you do anything. But every time you move forward, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. You're going to be hit. You're going to be in a shower, getting sprayed with Zyklon B. You're going to be going aboard a train. You're going to be dying of starvation. And you could do that a million times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's.
Or you can admit that you were wrong. How many times? Well, here's the thing. How many times do you think it would take for him to finally go, okay, I was an asshole? Because psychotic piece of shit.
Say it, to say it, or to actually feel it.
Oh no, he can't just say it. He has to feel it.
Oh yeah, see, like that's the magic moment.
Like,
that's the magic moment.
He can say it after the first one and be like, "Sorry, you're not convincing. Go again."
Maybe that's like what if that's how it works? What if that's how it works? Like if you're like, all right, so here's the deal. You know, we're gonna do this to you until you get it. If you don't get it, hey man, whatever. We got eternity. You know what else are we gonna do? Frankly, it's what we got. This is the closest we ever get to going to the movies.
Right. We get to watch this happen to one of the worst people.
Yeah. Like imagine like all the angels and all the demons like sitting there at the televisions at home and their off hours be like, man, was it? Dude, let me tell you, this Hitler show really fucking finds its voice in the 50th season.
Have you watched the Stalin show? It's basically the same thing, but from a Russian perspective.
Man. You know, like. You know, gotta hand it to the old Baba Yaga. She knows how to put on a show. Yeah.
But like legitimately, I think that would be the closest you would ever get to justice. And that's the thing, it will never fucking happen. Like that, everyone that wants a hell to exist and for people to go to it doesn't understand how justice actually works. Because the thing is, justice is not, you cannot do justice, because in order for justice to exist, there has to be a crime. And in order for a crime to exist, someone has to be wronged, and you can't ever get true justice, because once you harm someone, that's it.
Yeah, there can only be
sorry, I'm being very esoteric tonight.
There can only be that moment where you're like, okay, good enough.
Yeah,
you know, which I gotta say, I kind of like the idea of a maximum sentence.
Yeah, same.
You know, I kind of like that, you know, because it's sort of like, all right, 20 years. You know, you do 20 years, but what if they do it again in 20 years? It's like, well, a couple things. One, for 20 years, they're not doing it. You know,
right.
If we're doing our job right. And look, there are only so many 20-year sentences a person can serve. And it's kind of in the lower digits.
And I don't think people understand like what happens when you serve like a 20-year sentence. I want everyone that's like over the age of 20 that's here watching this, I want you all to think about how much the world has changed in 20 years.
Yeah.
2002 to now. Holy shit. Like imagine your life went on pause and then you get out and this is the world you get. It'd be fucking insane. There'd be no way you'd be able to like maintain a lifestyle of any kind.
Yeah. You'd just be in bad straits, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So like, you know, like 50, 60 years, like sentences, like fucking
hell, I think after a 20-year sentence, I actually think prisons should be like decent enough that you can give prisoners the option. You know, like it's basically like, all right, do you want to go back out there? Or do you just want to hang out in here for a bit longer?
Yeah. Like, look, here is like we will house you, we will feed you, we will educate you, but you will always be a prisoner and you will never be able to taste true freedom.
Yeah.
Or you can go out there in a world that kind of left behind, or kind of left you behind.
Yeah.
Actually,
If you want to take those chances, we'll let you do it.
Right.
Like, because that's the thing with me when people are like, no, we need harder sentences, and I'm like, dude, I'm already hearing about people like getting like 80, 120 year sentences. It doesn't seem to be doing shit.
Right.
It doesn't seem to be doing a whole hell of a lot. So why are we bothering?
Well, like that's the thing. Like people are like, we need to be harsher on people, harsher on crime. It's like, not really. We need to decide what crime we need to be harsh on, because that's the issue.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
Yeah, because like someone that sold like a fucking dime bag of whatever drug you fucking pick.
Yeah, even at like the harshest, it's like, oh, come on, like 30 days at most, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking weed. Are you fucking?
Yeah.
It's a dime bag of weed. Fuck you. Oh, but he had enough to blah 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 blah. All right, a year.
Yeah.
Like come on.
But nobody should end up like Brooks from Shawshank Redemption, where they get out and the world is like completely different.
Well, not if it's like, not for some bullshit. Like you murder someone, it's like,
murder, it's 20.
Like, murder rape, maximum sentence. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Because that's
murder maximum sentence, 20 years, done.
Yeah. Because while I don't necessarily like the prison system, I do agree that some crimes really should be enforced.
Oh yeah, strictly. Some crimes it needs to be like, no, motherfucker, that's the deal.
Right.
That's the deal. And
someone saying, how about we actually help those people rather than leave them to rot? Oh, 100%. I'd rather do that
totally. I think I think we should try to rehabilitate. We should try to actually help people rehabilitate. Absolutely. Because
in my perfect world, in the last 2 years of your 20-year sentence is you not spending, like, you get to spend the rest of your sentence in like a assisted living area type deal. And you get to acclimate yourself to the world as it is.
That would be a good idea. That actually would be very good.
Because that would be because the fucking issue is that in this country, at least, and we're only talking about America, in this country at least, if you're a felon, you don't get jobs. Like if you're a felon, you get to work at McDonald's or Walmart. And that's like why do people commit crime? Because they have to. Nobody's fucking selling crack because they want to.
Well, at a
not that
level
many.
You are,
Yeah, but not
at a
that
certain
many.
level you are, but like it's not the perks of the job don't make themselves known until much later.
Right. Nobody that's selling like fucking dime bags of rock is doing it because like shit's going well in the rest of their life,
Yeah.
But
can't say that's the case.
But like that's the thing, like I wish like when it comes to like prison sentences, because like I just don't like the I don't like the totality of it so much. Like just abandoning someone. I'm also like a bleeding heart about this shit. Like with felons and like addicts, like I want them to be able to beat whatever is going on with their life and able to rebound instead of just relapse.
Yeah.
But and yes, that's the key word. It's perfect, and that's the issue.
Well, I mean, man, I'll say one thing. You know what I would really like?
Mm-hmm.
I would really like for us as a society, at the very least, go like, you know what? If you have a kid, we're not gonna just let you starve to death.
Like, yeah, and
just period. Like, all right, you have a kid, you're broke. All right, look, let's get you in a building with 4 walls, and a door that locks.
Right. But that's the fucking problem, isn't it? Is we have a lot of people, older people, that think that anybody that commits crime is commits crime or is an addict is automatically a terrible person. And like, while other people deserve the handouts, they don't. And it's
Yeah.
like, actually, the ones that really deserve the handouts are those exact people you're stepping on to give it to fucking some
Yeah. Well, one of the
corporation.
oh my god. One of the worst aspects of um civil work in America, the worst aspects
Right.
is if is trying to do the right thing.
That's the fucking problem of having morality.
Yeah.
That actually,
Trying
like, having your own
trying
personal
to do the
morality.
right thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the problem with having your own personal morality and not morality dictated to you by like religious beliefs or
because
anything like
the
that.
rules and morality meet at that's where they meet at loggerheads.
Right.
You know, like, so many people are get fucked over because they're afraid or they don't know what the magic word is.
Right.
You know, like, you know that bit in I know it's insurance and not civil service, but it's a similar predicament in the Incredibles, where
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible is like, our policy is spelled out in black and white. I would definitely not go to the third floor and talk to Norma Wilcox, Office 3, and ask her to fill out a 401(c)(3) form. I would not expect someone to give you a phone call very quickly to resolve the matter. You know, it's like, why doesn't that happen?
And the answer,
because it's illegal.
Yeah. And why is it illegal? Because that would be taking money away from corporations.
Yeah, because there are all these weird Byzantine, weird ass rules that have to be followed to the point where you, as the person trying to provide assistance, have to sit there and go like, am I helping anybody? Like, I mean, even if I am just measuring help by how many checks I allow, am I doing anything? Did that needle move at all? You have no fucking clue. And you have this horrible, horrible, horrible suspicion that the needle's actually going the other way, despite everything that you do, because the job itself is corrupt.
Right. Why?
You know, why? Because if it wasn't, then it might work.
Yeah, because capitalism. It doesn't matter if like you're doing good. It only matters if you're making money.
Yeah, I knew a guy. He tried to clean his life up. You know, it's like he's a heroin addict. Cleaned his life. Tried to clean his life up. Decided to go into civil service. Where he advocated for you know, like what they call low income families, really fucking destitute people.
Right.
You know, like really people who really needed help and were begging the system for help.
Right.
You know, and after a couple of years of being in that world, he crawled back into the needle and never came out. And he's just like, nah, fuck it.
Because why? Well, what's the fucking point of being clean if I can never make myself better?
If I can't make anything better, why am I doing this? Why am I doing anything? Like, why clean myself up just to treat people like shit? You know,
and to be
what
treated
was
like
the point
shit
of that? And to be treated like shit. Yeah.
Because of who I am, because of my past mistakes. Like,
yep.
I get so mad when people like I understand it's frustrating as fuck dealing with an addict in your family or your
definitely.
But at the same fucking time, like, why do like the one thing you really shouldn't do to a fucking addict is tell them to get out of your life, because that could be the thing. But here's the thing: I understand why you can't just constantly be there for them too, because like there are some people like having their friends and family is their last bastion of hope for clean living, and for some people it's literally how they get high.
Yeah. Like it has to be one of those. It has to be a thing where, yeah, there's food. Oh, okay. It's got to be one of those things where, oh God, see, I had to do that.
Yeah,
I was dating somebody. They were an addict. I had to kick them out of my life.
and it's tough.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, because you're like,
It
I
sucks.
know that when I stop, but the last time I see you will be after this, and I can't devote emotional energy to hoping you get better. But at the
Yeah.
same
Because
time,
whatever I'm doing ain't working.
yeah, at the
You
same time,
know.
it's like, you know, I feel like people like, I feel like the problem is that so many times addicts get beat the fuck down when they
Well, there's
shouldn't.
nowhere to go. You know, like
Right.
that's the problem. It's like, yeah, hitting rock bottom is one thing, but then you got at least it's one of those like, well, no, like there should definitely be something there for people.
Right.
Because the problem is, it's like, yeah, it does become a huge problem, and it is sometimes than what more than what your loved ones can deal with.
Because it's a lot. Because it's a lot to deal with.
It's a lot. It is a man something. Oh God, like it's not something that comes up with psychedelics. It just doesn't.
Weirdly not. Like as much as
Yeah.
like bad press as psychedelics get, it's not something you want to keep doing every day.
It doesn't happen with weed. It doesn't happen with shrooms. It doesn't happen with acid. It tends to happen with drugs that are physically addictive that debilitate you.
Right.
You know, things like heroin, things like morphine,
Alcohol.
alcohol. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And the person who's in a bad way, it will create a swath of destruction that affects everyone around them.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a certain amount of there's a point at which that becomes too much to ask of somebody because you're looking at a situation that is only getting worse.
Right.
And there is no, and you're not even, and there's, you're not even getting the person. You know, that person who you care about, that's not who you're dealing with. You're dealing with an addict.
You're dealing with the drug.
You're dealing with the drug.
You could turn your
turn your
back
on
on
a person, but you can't turn your back on a drug. You know, it's very true.
Like,
That's the problem. And it's just one of those like you know, like everyone becomes an enabler at some point if it goes on long enough.
Right.
And the thing is, people don't like doing that. People don't like doing that. It's not it feels like shit. You know you're putting yourself in danger constantly.
Right.
You know, because you've got someone who is just guaranteed to make the worst decision possible.
At the same time, what if this is the one time it turns around?
And that's the thing that keeps it going for as long as it lasts.
Yeah.
That's what keeps it going for as long as it lasts. But eventually, there's got to be you have to go. No, I'm sorry, man. I am drowning trying to save you. I have to do something. I have to live. You know, I literally cannot do this.
Right.
And it's why I don't like the idea of it being, well, it's about personal responsibility. No. No, it's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. Right. You know, that's just an easy way out.
That's how you can make yourself feel better about the fact that the system in of itself causes these issues.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I feel like shit every time I realize I had to do that.
Yeah.
You know, would I have made a different decision? I couldn't have. You know, I couldn't have. Like, there's a point at which you're just sort of like, uh,
I can't help you.
yeah.
I hope that you find someone else that can.
I can't
but
help
I can't.
you. I can't help you, and my house is turning into a dangerous place.
Right.
You know, because of you. You know, and your bad decisions that you make in order to score.
Right.
You know, man, a lot of bad times. You know,
Man, Gen X has had to deal with a lot of shit. I mean, millennials had to deal with a lot of shit too, but like Gen X got dealt a really raw card.
Oh, that was bad. You know,
Yeah.
like because it's one of those things where it's like, how many chances you got to give somebody? How many chances are you responsible for giving?
Right.
You know, like once you lose count, once you start losing count, you know, it's bad. It's very bad. You know.
And again, like I said, in a perfect world, like it would only take once for you to succeed at not being an addict. But
yeah,
like again, bleeding heart, and I love people too much. I've given people way too many chances to fuck me over.
Yeah.
And they just keep doing it. And like I had that. I don't want to like interrupt your dinner. So like,
Oh
I'll
no. Like I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right.
Grab the sample right back. Grab social eating or something.
Because I had to recently tell someone to fuck off out of my life. So yes, I'm with you, Jay Tilton. I'd fucking line up the entire Sackler family.
The sprouts of Brussels.
Ew, you're eating the Troll 2 food.
But yeah, like it's I go over in my head. I'll go through that like all
I know,
the time.
like I know that we're very similar in the way we deal with like personal relationships, which is like we'll give you enough rope to hang yourself with, but don't be surprised, and I'm the one that hangs you at the end.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. Actually, the funny thing is that I don't hate the guy. You know, I still don't hate him.
Yeah.
You know, I had to kick him out of my life, but it's not like I didn't love the guy.
Right.
You know, there was just, no, I got to turn my back on you because this is.
I can't help you.
I can't help you. I
Like,
can't help you. You can't help yourself. And if you can't help yourself, there's nothing I can do. I'm not equipped to deal with this.
right.
But the funny thing is the people okay.
You don't hate him, but you hate his decisions.
Oh, I hate his
As
decisions.
Allison Weck
I
said.
also hate every girl he brought back.
If I had a nickel for every time I've questioned a roommate over someone they brought back.
Oh no,
home.
fuck a roommate. I was dating this guy.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was one of those like, how to put it, man. Bitch, you're just here to fuck my boyfriend. And I'm not saying that I don't understand your dilemma.
Because
Okay.
obviously I want to fuck the
Because
boyfriend.
obviously, yeah. But if you don't like the idea of it being a package deal, then just don't. You know? You don't get to fuck my boyfriend who's living in my place, in my room, in my bedroom, and I'm the party that just has to sleep on the couch.
That's
Wait,
sucker
I
shit.
pay rent here. Like I'm the one who pays for everything. You know, like I'm the unwanted one. Fuck
And was
you.
that because she was hooking him up or something?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No. He's what every goth girl wanted.
oh, daddy issues.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Major.
sorry.
Major. But it came down to this. They didn't care whether I was there or not. And that pissed me off.
That's kind of fucked up.
It's like, all right, if you want to be dating my boyfriend, then guess what? You have to deal with me.
Right.
We have to come to an arrangement. You know, I'm not saying you have to be fucking me too. It'll help, but like that's not a requirement. You know, I mean, but if you're like, no, I want to fuck the two, you know, the two queer goth guys, that'd have been okay. I wouldn't have complained.
Right.
You know, but no, it's not what they wanted. You know, they wanted man, they would give them love letters too, man. That I would find.
Sounds like you got your heart broke, man.
Oh, I got my heart completely stomped on by like everybody. To the point where I was at a party and I saw one of the girls there. And I was like, oh, hey, Faye, because that was her name.
Mm-hmm.
There's no protecting the guilty here. And she pretended that she didn't know me, that she had never seen me. And I'm like, it's me, Jack, you know, Matthew's boyfriend. At least his roommate. The guy whose room you fucked my boyfriend in. You know, and I quoted her love letter at him.
Oh man, you read it enough so you could quote it? Damn, you really did get your heart smashed.
Yeah. Because here's the fucking thing. It was a letter I would have loved to have gotten.
Right.
It was a letter that I would have loved to have gotten. I would have even have liked to have gotten it from her.
Right.
But no. Like, I couldn't have been more involved. And yet,
Left out.
left out of the fucking equation. Coldly. You know, she never did admit it. And it's just one of those like, no, I know what you've done. I know what you've said about me. Because I do have friends and you were a gossip. You know, I know what you've said. I know what you think.
Right.
You do not get to say you do not know who the fuck I am. Yeah. That hurt a lot. And that was one major example. There are at least 3 of them.
Right.
And it basically came down to, now, on the one hand, this definitely added a lot to my... Look, I'm sorry, if you don't realize that I'm worth your time and that I have something to fucking offer, then fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you. I'm going to stay with the people that do that.
Right.
And now I've got a 16-year marriage.
Working on a 12-year here, so
Yeah.
Like,
It's kind of fucking amazing how well a relationship will work if the person you're with values you and you value them. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's weird, like, because I've had people ask me recently about how, like, me and Jesse have stayed together for so long, and my answer wasn't like, oh, we were just just stay in love, just because staying in love is great and you should, but especially if you're going into a monogamous relationship.
Well, you're talking about staying in love as if it's a passive thing. That's not
right
it at all.
No, I think you put it perfectly. It's like, no, I value that other person being part of my life, and I show them that I value that. Because I hear horror stories about how men, mostly men, but occasionally, it doesn't matter. It's a genderless issue of people just kind of being shitty fucking partners. It's because I'm like, oh my God, you actually care about her day? And I'm like, well, yeah,
of course.
Why doesn't everybody? No.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, it's just the bare fucking minimum. It's the bare minimum to do to just give a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't fucking get it. I just don't. And also, yes, Allison, this is like fucking MASH. We'll go from fucking dick jokes.
It
to
was
fucking,
a baby. Oh man.
War is a hell. War is war, and hell is hell. And then of the two, war is worse.
Oh man. Oh yeah. But yeah. So it's always been. It's really. I look at myself like this. There was this really, I forget the name of this fucking movie, but it had Matthew Lillard and fucking John Astin in it. The guy from the Goonies. Samwise.
Oh, okay,
yeah. And it was one of those really kind of tepid bullshit guys talking about romance movies.
What love is.
Yeah, that was it. For the most part, it's a really by the numbers bullshit film.
It's a rom-com.
Yeah, it's a rom-com, and but it's got one amazing moment. And that's when the Sean Astin gets into an argument with Matthew Lillard near the climax of the film about dating and why Sean Astin's character dates so infrequently, but is so much happier than Matthew Lillard, who dates all the time and is miserable. And Matthew Lillard's talking about all those times he got his heart fucking stomped on to the point where he didn't believe in love anymore.
Right.
And Sean Astin doesn't even argue with that. He's like, no, I see how that happens. I see how that is. But it's just the difference between you and me, man. You two Oh, thank you, Yishify.
I'm
Thank you
so
for the
glad you two
donation.
are in loving relationships after the shit you've had to deal with.
Oh yeah, like trust me, it makes a difference. It's like, was it all worth it? If you have that, it was all worth it.
I still feel like I overpaid a bit, but I'm happy.
Oh yeah. You're like, I don't think I was supposed to pay this high a cost. But look, got it. So fine, whatever. Cash out, boom. I'm leaving the casino. We're done. Anyway, and Sean Acid is just sort of like, look, man, I don't want to be an asshole, but your problem is that you're playing this stupid game. Now, I will probably never be with as many women as you are.
Right.
I would be very, of course, probably not, because I don't want to be with someone who does not want to be treated the way I want to treat someone I'm in love with.
Right.
And there are tons of girls out there. Are girls out there who want that, but there are even more that don't, or they think that they do want that, but they really don't.
Right.
They really don't believe in it. I am not going to wait around for that. If I'm really into them, I'm going to say that. And if she can't accept that, then I have to find somebody else.
Right.
And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And I really kind of like that scene because I'm like, yeah, that's the thing about it. Yeah.
Yeah. That perfectly explains what you should look for. And we're not even just talking about monogamy, like any fucking partner or partners.
Oh yeah,
even
in friendships, man.
Especially in friendships, because I will say this: I've had my heart broken with girls before, but I've had my heart smashed by friends.
Oh yeah, I've had that too. Yeah,
yeah, you should look for somebody that allows you to treat them as well as you can and will accept it and will treat you as well as they can.
Yeah.
And sometimes you fail at that, sometimes you succeed at that, but at the end of the day, it's like it's supposed to be it's supposed to be a give and take.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just because I've recently been helping one of my friends get through his breakup, and it's like he's starting to realize what I've been telling him, which is like you're worried that you weren't enough when the reality of it is like you want to be treated a certain way and that person was never going to do that for you.
Right. Yeah.
And I know
that is a lot.
That is a bitter pill to swallow. And I'm sorry if that sounds like if that sounds a little doomery, but it's the truth.
Well, how to put it, find me a person that hasn't happened with, and I'll tell you someone who's like 6 years old at most.
Right. Because that's the fucking thing. I would rather deal with I'd rather wait, spend my time with somebody that I know is gonna love me as hard as I love them back. But when someone's not being honest, not even with themselves, it's a waste of your fucking time.
Yeah, because you can't get that.
Yeah,
they have to. There is a someone's got to be willing to put their bullshit down.
Right.
Both of you got to be willing to put your bullshit down at some point.
And not even just that, you got to be willing to get in the fucking mud with someone. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be if someone's going through a depressive state, you have to go through a depressive state. No, you just have to understand that no matter how hard you fucking try, sometimes you can't fix that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You have to. I think it was one way of putting it is you have to be okay with this as being as good as it gets.
Right.
You
You
know,
gotta be. You can't constantly fix someone.
exactly.
Like,
You know, if you can look at yourself and going like, well, if it's just more of this, is that good enough?
right.
You know, because it really is the daily shit. Everyone's got that nightmare relationship that started off amazing with all the huge big gestures and blah blah blah. And at this point in my life, I have learned, yeah, that's a red flag. If everything was perfect in the beginning, red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
agree with
like
that.
the pick two. Good guy, good dick, got his shit together. If you find someone with all three, that's not a person. That is a serial killer.
That's how you get disappeared.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, I mean I agree with that. It's like you gotta find someone that you can be crazy with.
Yeah.
Like you gotta find someone that you can deal with all their issues and not try to fix them. Also, you gotta deal with someone who allows themselves to be vulnerable enough to show those, like, to show you their not perfect self.
yeah,
Because like I
yeah.
feel like there's a lot of people that I feel like have like got this idea in their head that that the only thing that you can never have any negative emotions or negative moments in your life, otherwise things are
Oh,
fucked. I hate that shit.
good luck. Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, it's so
Yeah.
unrealistic,
It
right? Like
is.
it's because there's no way, there's no fucking way to maintain that, because eventually something will come up that will cause issues.
Yeah, ask everyone in the Ukraine right now whether or not that's the kind of thing you can expect.
Right. Like,
Bullshit. You know, there will always be a bomb, an invasion, a cancer, a fucking bolt of lightning, a car accident. You know, there will always be something. It will always happen. You
well,
know,
like the other part of it is like not even on a grand scale like that, on an interpersonal level, like eventually you're gonna like have a bad day, and during that bad day
during
you
that
need
bad day, the relationship might get tested.
very much so. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
and it's like, because like again, friend just got a relationship with someone who I told him, I was like, I don't think I ever really got to meet the real person. Like I felt like I met like the person they were projecting on people, but I never got to meet them
Yeah.
until like they got really ugly, like not physically, but like until they got like really disrespectful, really.
Until they started acting like a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, because
You
like,
know, because when someone starts acting like a piece of shit, you're like, well, I know that this is a real part of you.
yeah,
You know,
oh
like,
yeah, because again, me and you, we fucking me and you, we put our asshole out on Front Street.
mhm.
Because we'd rather you see us at our lowest than than be surprised by it. But like it just it irritates me because I feel like so many people are like trying to like make every like force no negative emotions, and it's like that's not good either. Not everything's gonna work constantly. Occasionally shit's gonna get fucked up and it's gonna be terrible, and you're gonna experience times where it's like
I
you're
remember.
gonna
Oh man, I remember the harshest thing.
like the harshest fucking arguments you have with your long-term partner. Holy fuck.
Oh man.
Holy shit. Like,
Actually, you know what? Sometimes the hardest thing I have to do is I've had to do this a couple of times because she asked me to. You know, in a really bad patch, she asked me a few times, "Why don't you when we're in this state,
mhm.
you know, you treat me differently than other people, so can you, you know, imagine I was someone else. And I'm like, okay, but if I do that, you're going to realize why I don't treat you that way.
Right.
And she pushed, and I did. And I did. And I was like, all right, here's how you're fucking up. And even if he is fucking up, it doesn't fucking matter because this is what's going on your end. Whatever his problem is his problem. Talking about myself.
Right.
But you've got to understand that this is your part of that problem. And you have to decide whether or not you can you're going to do something about that.
Right.
Because if you're not, then don't cry to me. Yeah, like that was a conference. That was probably the worst fucking fight we ever had. And the funny thing is that was the end of the fight.
Right.
That was the end of the fight.
Because I've had a similar conversation with Jesse where like I was in like one of my terrible like down depression moods, like fuck everything, fuck everybody, I'm gonna be an asshole to everybody so they'll leave me the fuck alone deals. And she was like, and I told her, I was like, you've got to understand, if I'm in one of those moods, it's not argument time because I'm not going to be rational. Because I will just use the nuclear option whenever and make you cry so you leave me the fuck alone. And I know that sounds like abusive behavior, but it's like that's, I don't do that
whether it is or not. It's A, I don't do it on purpose. B, it's a defense mechanism 100%,
Oh yeah.
And that means it's going to go haywire.
Right. But luckily enough, that hasn't happened in a long while. That was during some really dark periods.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, you gotta understand, I hate myself more than anybody else when I'm in one of those moods. So why would I not fuck up? Why would I not try to make you why would I not try to make you hate me as well?
Yeah. Oh man, you had that level of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. See, I didn't even have those words. I didn't have those words. Cause once I've gotten to that state, it's just sort of like, everything. It's like it's like the Jack has left the building, and my job right now is to make sure I don't do something I completely regret.
Right.
We
are on damage control right now.
Yeah, we're at damage control right now, and it's bad.
Right.
So you do have to find someone whose worst you can handle. I mean, holy crap.
Because again, that's the thing. You gotta find somebody that can handle you at your worst, and you can handle them at their worst.
Yeah.
Because because people think worst is arguing. No.
No. It can be a whole bunch of things. It could be different things.
Because I don't know.
I will say this though.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this though. For longest time, one of the things we would get into fights over. Stop me if you've heard this one. Have you ever gotten into a fight over whether or not you were having a fight?
Yes. Oh my God. Are we having a fight right now over this? Are we really doing this?
We're really doing this right now.
We're in the middle of Panda Express.
Yeah. We're having a fight, but we're having a fight over whether or not we're having a fight. Just like, oh my God, why is this happening? And the funny thing is it's like a stage you actually have to work through and get over. It'll happen.
Oh yeah, because then what happens afterwards is just you constantly fucking bicker with each other, and it's funny.
Yeah.
Me and my wife have turned into like Miracle Max.
Yeah. Yeah, Miracle Max and his wife, liar, liar. He said true love. Nah, not listening. Nah, not now.
La, 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 la.
Humperdinck. Ah!
That's not my wife. That's a witch. No,
Witch. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. Same difference.
No, like that's
Actually,
like,
for me, it was, for some reason, for me and the Countess, it was Chef's parents. For some reason, that was always the way it was. It was just like he was, he was angry. Oh, damn right, I was angry. No, you're the monster. He's gonna kick your ass. Shut the hell up, woman.
I mean, like there are times where like where me and my wife greet each other and just like and cursing, like, what the fuck is up, bitch?
Yeah.
My wife's nickname for me is bitch tits. I don't know why. I feel like it's some type of like aggressive domination thing she's trying on me that's just not working.
Okay, my feeling. All right, this is me in the morning. When if I'm awake before the Countess is awake, and she wakes up while I'm still awake, which is, I'm deep in some tall grass. Got my Australian hunter guy hat on. I got my gun and got my sights. I'm just looking out. All of a sudden, the raptor's over there. And it comes over here. Clever girl. And the raptor goes, is he flirting with me? Wait, what do I do? It just starts biting him. Yeah.
The amount of times I've had to go, no, don't fucking bite me.
I've just, that's just the way it is. I have had, oh no, I probably won't tell you. I won't tell you that story. That's she can tell that story. But no, there was actually one person who said something about marriage, which is, there is something about a long-term relationship which does actually, that actually is a little co-possessive.
Yeah.
It just is. If you don't want that to take over, but like, if it doesn't exist at all, are you in love? Is there a relationship?
Especially shameless flirts like me and you.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, about 350, I need about 350.
But yeah, like, fuck,
She gave him $1.
Me and Jesse had that conversation recently because, like, me and one of my other friends who like we're both queer, so we flirt with each other.
Mm-hmm.
She sat down with me and she's like, "All right, bitch, listen. I know that it's just flirting, but if it ever gets further than that, I'm gonna kick your ass." And I'm like, honey,
yeah, okay, yeah. It's like, all right, no, I get it. Yeah, man. Oh man, I had a weird moment. So like, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I had a friend who recently had a heart attack. You're like, wait, didn't you have a friend who died recently? Yes, they're two different friends. Like, Jesus Christ, you haven't been having a very good year, have you? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. So far 2022 has been bullshit. But anyway,
and we're still the first fucking quarter of it.
Yeah, fucking first quarter is not even quite done yet. Jesus Christ. Anyway, his friend had a heart attack. He had a quadruple bypass, which really freaked everybody out, including him, obviously. Because while he wasn't like a health nut or anything, he was the healthiest guy we knew. He's the guy who regularly exercised. He was the guy who, had a pretty okay diet. Didn't drink, didn't do any drugs, doesn't smoke, doesn't even do weed. Quadruple bypass. Like, what? How did you need? Wait, what? And
Yep.
and it's one of those like the family genetics, basically.
The lucky bitch.
Mm.
My family genetics are fucking disgusting.
You know, so he told me. So he started. His marriage. He and his wife developed an open marriage. They were monogamous for a while, and then they weren't.
Right.
You know, but they're still together, and this is something I was like, I never thought of this as being a possibility because I just hadn't thought of it.
Right.
But it is. Which is one of his friends that he had a falling out with, a major falling out with. Basically.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Continue.
Got it.
Continue.
Got my cigarette on. Pissing in the gene pool every time I read that book takes me to a wonderful place. Oh man. Let's see what do we got in the chat. Have you started to look like one another? I don't know. I don't think so. We haven't done that. I don't think. Maybe our hair. You know, we did start doing our hair similarly. So yeah, maybe that's where that is. Just some gamer says I somehow ended up getting a short straw in life, getting testicular cancer. Ooh, ow! Got that taken out, and now I'm going one last surgery in 2 days to get the lymph node, my abdomen removed. Dude, oh, that sucks. You know, man.
Ah, damn, that's a lot.
Damn, that is a lot. You know, like, oof. Okay, so anybody, anyway, he had a falling out with his friend, right?
Right.
And several years later, friend comes back and apologizes. And he was like, first of all, it was like, wait, this doesn't happen.
Yeah,
You know?
what?
People don't call up and apologize for the time they were a dick. You know, like that doesn't fucking happen. But it was like, no, it's all my fault. And it was all because I didn't know what I was going through. It was like, what was going on? You know, because they were good friends. So it was like, I thought you told me everything.
Right.
They're like, no, I didn't tell you everything. And it was like, okay, well, what is it? What was going on? He's like, I'm transgender. He was like, and it was one of those, oh, no wonder you hated everybody. You hated yourself.
Exactly.
You know, like we were just trying to I was just trying to figure out why you're always treating people like shit, man. You know, like, or not man at this point, but you know what I mean.
Right. I was trying to figure out why you're like, you hated yourself because you felt like you're in the wrong body.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
That's what was going on. He's like, yeah, now, and I've actually been on like, you know, hormones for like about a year, and I've been kind of working up the courage to come out to apologize. You know, not necessarily to everybody, but definitely to you, because you were my best friend, and you hung in there longer than anybody else did. You know, they are dating now.
Good for them.
And I'm just sort of like, that's pretty cool. And I hope I get to meet this new person that this person has become, because that other person they were was a dick and I hated them. You know, I did not appreciate their sass, you know, because it wasn't like cool sass. It was like, I'm going to need you to fucking stop treating everyone around you like crap, because it turns out we are hanging out with all of my friends.
Actually, I had that moment happen this weekend or last weekend,
really?
actually. Yeah. one of my friends I haven't seen in like 5 years, and it was me that did this. She was hanging out with us, and I was like, I just want to say something. I'm sorry if I ever came off as an asshole or kind of a douchebag for no fucking reason. Understand I was hating myself because like inside I knew that I was not straight, but
Ah.
like, but I was trying to pretend to be straight as hard as I fucking can.
Yeah.
And I was like, so understand, like I'm an asshole still, but like I'm less of one. I'm more of an understanding asshole.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, and that went well. We hugged and shit like that, but uh, it's so rare to like it's because it's hard to admit when you fucked up and you're in the wrong, but you don't know how to fucking make it better with someone you haven't talked to in years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, because like that's the bitch of it, right? Like,
Yeah. And when I'm saying turn down the sass, it was bad because like I'm friends with Yogi. That guy.
right, right. No, like me and Yogi have enough sass to fucking kill anybody.
Oh yeah. So it's like when it's at like bad levels for me, it's like you can imagine it's like really bad.
like it's inappropriate for drag brunch levels of sass.
Oh yeah. No, this is the kind of thing this is a thing that starts slap fights. This is the kind of thing that starts fights on the runway.
Like this is something if you if a stranger said it to you, you'd beat the piss out of
Oh
them.
yeah. No, this is one of those. You hear something and just like, okay, bitch.
Hold on one motherfucking second.
One fucking second. Like if we whooping, we're doing this. Yeah. It was that bad. To the point. It's like it's one thing to be to be sassy. It's another to go like, do you like anybody? And the answer was no.
No.
The answer was quite honestly no. And I've like, yeah, it was one of those like, now I've hung out with like legit drag queens. That's already Olympic levels, okay?
Oh, honey. I wish I could.
Oh yeah, you look at that like they go off and you're just like, I am in awe. There is some sort of sublimity that I am watching that I cannot possibly replicate or let alone comprehend.
Like there's certain levels where you're just kind of like, oh my god, I get it. Like, you hate everybody and everything. I understand. Stop.
Yeah, just
everything's
stop
tacky.
that.
I get it. It's like that friend that won't ever let you enjoy something.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Where you're just sort of like, I'm sure to you, this movie I brought over to watch with the friend group is not worth you watching. So why don't you not be here? But I'm gonna fucking show everyone Sissatoxy if you don't fucking mind. Actually, I think it was Cannibal the Musical. Like we're gonna watch Cannibal the Musical. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to be there. I won't fucking think less of you publicly if you leave.
Sorry, that one got me. I won't shit on you out loud.
Out loud. I might do it in my mind. But I'm not gonna shame you. Unless you give me a reason.
Okay, there's got to be one movie that you like that for some reason other people hate, but you love on a level that you'll fight for it. Mine's Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh my! Who doesn't like Repo the Genetic Opera?
Fucking normal people, I guess, or just bitches. I'm not sure.
A little glass vial.
Like, how do you like? What do you not like? And like, and that's where I was. I was like, what do you not like about that movie?
No,
And
that
they're
movie
like,
is great. I love it. It's actually written by one of my favorite the members of one of my favorite bands of all time, Skinny Puppy.
right. Like, which if you don't like Skinny Puppy, then we also have issues.
Yeah. Now now look, this day and age, if you ain't heard of Skinny Puppy, fair. Like they've been
Right.
off the map with that name has not been on the map for a while, But those guys have been very active,
Right.
It was one of those like, whatever happened to the guys from Skinny Puppy? It's like, oh, they're busy doing Repo the Genetic Opera and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
Like they're doing like major movies now.
But
What? Okay.
like it's my barometer now. Like if someone comes over that's new, I put on Repo the Genetic Opera and I'm like, what'd you think? And they're like, oh man, that movie's fucking amazing. Or they're like, if they're get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
We are not
It's
gonna be
not
friends.
gonna work. Like, I have one friend who doesn't like Repo the Genetic Opera, but here's the thing. This is what he says. You have to understand, I have trauma when it comes to musicals, so I hate all musicals. Which is really a shame, because Skinny Puppy is one of my favorite bands ever.
Fair. I can't help your trauma.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna, all right, you know enough to go, I'm not coming over that night. I'm not coming over that night. I'm not gonna shit on your good time. But, I just have, it's just too hard for me. And I'm like, look, I only sort of know what you understand, because there's one musical where I'm like, someone brings it up, like I start seeing red, which is Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, what's wrong with that? I love that one. I understand like fucking religious trauma. I get it.
Yeah, it's religious trauma. B, for some reason my mother watched it every Sunday.
I guess it's better than going to church.
I don't know, but it just became one of those things that I associated with, oh God,
Not
it's
again.
Sunday, not again. Because oh my God, my loathing of Sundays. I hate Sunday. You know how Garfield hates Mondays? For me, it's Sunday. Monday is like not that bad. Monday is like, oh hey, the week is starting. Sunday is, oh my fucking God, everyone is fucking doing something different today and I don't like it. It's like to me, Sunday is the day when it's like, well, I guess everyone in the city's double parked today. People would when people were like, hey man, we're gonna go somewhere Sunday night, I would just be like, what can you possibly do on a Sunday night? And they're like, there are lots of things to do on a Sunday night. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, you gotta understand, in my brain, every place closes at noon or 1 o'clock in my brain.
You just gotta sit there and deal with it.
Yeah, you just gotta deal with it. Sunday is also the last day of the convention, so that's unhappy. Bad things happen on Sundays, man. That's the end of everything. That's the apocalypse.
Sunday's when fun stops.
Yeah, Sunday is where fun goes to die. And I'm like, you're like, wow, you have a yes, I do.
Saturday we go to Chuck E. Cheese, and Sunday we go to Jesus' house. This shit sucks.
Sucks. Dude, I'm old enough to remember. I'm old enough to know when Chuck E. Cheese pizza wasn't that bad. It was never that great, but it used to be good, okay pizza.
Remember when it was like Pizza Hut quality level?
Yeah, it was at least like Pizza Hut, Round Table, something like that.
I think it's when they kicked Showbiz out. That was when things got bad.
Dude, when Charles Chester Cheese, Charles Ebenezer Cheese,
no, the E's for
fucking
entertainment. It's Charles Entertainment.
Charles
Cheese.
Entertainment Cheese put on those fucking rollerblades, it was over. Was fucking over. I'm like,
I remember.
why is Chuck E. Cheese advertising the one thing you can't do at a Chuck E. Cheese? Chuck E. Cheese don't got no rollerblading rink. You ever notice that shit?
Not once.
I was
Not
like, if
fucking one.
like if you want, he could be spinning pizzas. He could be playing. I don't know. You could just that's anything. But why? Why is he? Look, kids like rollerblading, but you can't rollerblade at Chuck E. Cheese. So why has he got rollerblades on? I mean, that was one of those things where I'm just like, and I still see that logo today, and I'm just sort of like, that is a monument to not giving a fuck. That's what Chuck E. Cheese is today. It's a monument to not giving a fuck. Because I went in a long time. This is like back in the late 90s. You know, it's like, hey, I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese in a while. There's ones over there. It's about lunchtime. Fuck it. Let's go in.
I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. Middle of the day. I mean, like, you know, whatever. They probably got like arcade games, and a claw machine, some skee balls, something like that. You know, like, you know. And there's that little animatronic band. Yeah. I'm not expecting much. I'm expecting to be a little bit disappointed. Oh boy. I was really disappointed. First of all, I get that pizza and I'm like, the fuck is this? Like,
Sir, you forgot to take the cardboard out from underneath it.
it's like, wow, I couldn't tell the difference between that and the crust. Like, and I'm going back in my mind and I'm like, was it always this bad? Like, was I just such a kid that I didn't give a shit? And I'm like, that must have been it. But then, like, I'd go back and see, like, photographs of old Chuck E. Cheese. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. They said real fucking pizza there. I mean, it wasn't, like, the greatest, but it was okay. It was at least as good as Shakey's, for God's sake. You know?
It's better than Sbarro.
Yeah. Yeah, it was better than Sbarro. Like, you know, like that's Sbarro's as low as I go on the quality scale. If you do not meet Sbarro's standards, I really don't. I'm not.
Look, it's easier if you just buy the Sbarro and just throw it into the toilet, because that's what's going to happen in 5 minutes anyways.
Oh, dude. I will tell you, I have found a place that is fighting for Sbarro at a race to the bottom.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's called Mountain Mike's. Mountain Mike's is a pizza franchise in the same way that Hooters is a family restaurant.
Which is not at all.
Not at all. It's like, sure, there are families there, i.e. Mountain Mike's does, in fact, have pizza, but you feel really bad about your life choices just being there. You're like, what has brought me to this moment? Why am I in this building? What is there? This is the end of my life now.
This is why I don't believe in a god.
Yeah, this is why I believe in no, because they're like, hey, look, it's just it's like an all-you-can-eat pizza joint. You know, like, yeah, that sounds okay. I mean, how bad can pizza get? And it's not so bad that it's inedible. Like I said, it's at least Sbarro's level. But the fucking place itself, man.
It's like a CC's.
That's oh god, yeah. Fucking yeah, like one of those like nightmare fucking family restaurants that you walk into and you're just sort of like, oh my god, what has happened to America?
It's like it's all you can eat pizza, and it's like, oh, that's not like a promise, that's a threat.
That's a threat. Yeah. It's like, hey, this one's got bacon and cheddar cheese on it. Huh.
This
Not
one's a cheeseburger pizza.
pizza. Yeah. And it's sort of like, well, I mean, sounds more edible than some of them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pizzas. But
Hey,
with that
Hey.
said,
hey.
I'm good. Look, I have had, there are things that I think are greatly enhanced by either a fried egg or corn. Pizza is not on that list.
Look, it was trying to get kids to eat their vegetables, all right?
Yeah. But actually, there's the thing. Mount Mike's is actually not that bad. The pizza is not that bad. But there's something about the place that makes you question your life choices.
It's like one of those liminal places, but not a
Yeah.
positive one.
It's like the perfect time to go to Mountain Mike's on a road trip where you just don't have to give a fuck. You're just like, man, we just need some cheap eats, and I'm tired of eating gas station chicken. You know, there's a Mountain Mike's over there. Yeah, fuck it, good enough. Get yourself like a 64-ounce like root beer or something. You know, eat some of that. You know, edible pizza. Go about your day. But because yeah, me and Horror Guru do stop in Mountain Mike's. Like here's the thing. I'm not listening to my own advice, man.
Here's the thing. I have depression.
Yeah. Hey, Josh. See, the place makes me happy. It reminds me of Fridays as a kid. Same thing with Round Table. Here's the fucking thing. Like when we're talking about Round Table, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I didn't run to Mountain Mike's until I moved to California and I was an adult. Now, I feel like Mountain Mike's Pizza is where Chuck E. Cheese used to be. Chuck E. Cheese ain't even pizza, in my opinion. That is a crime against humanity. You know, that's not pizza, that's a war crime over at that Chuck E. Cheese. You know, like, fucking hell, man.
So, like, someone tells you that's pizza, it's almost fighting words.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is you find yourself going like, but it's got a rat on the fucking, it's got a mouse on the thing. A mouse should know cheese. You know, because you're kid brain. You know?
But adult brain's like, that's a rat. There's a rat in the kitchen.
There's a rat in the kitchen. The rat-based pizza establishment is not the sign of quality, and that place is telling you who it is, and you need to start listening. Because that is a rat on rollerblades in a place that does not have rollerblading.
Jack's still hung up on this.
Oh, dude. Like I don't know how to put it other than the moment I realized that I've never been to... Wait, no Chuck E. Cheese lets you rollerblade? Made me go, why is he in rollerblades? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like if they were like, Chuck E. Cheese now has a skating rink. I'm not saying that would be better. It might be. But, like, then I would be like, well, okay, they put in a roller rink, so, like, now Chuck E. Cheese skates. It's the fact that he doesn't. And not only that, there are no fucking inline skate video games in those joints either.
Which is bullshit.
It's complete bullshit. That's total fucking bullshit. You know, the best pizza is Sicilian. Sicilian is good.
I prefer. I prefer. Fuck you, Horror Guru. I prefer New York style myself. But like,
oh man, well, I mean, yeah, fair. You know, fair. It's one of those. Where's the best pizza? Well, yeah, it is New York. I mean, I can't argue. You know, I've had it, and you're just sort of like, wow, this probably is the best. But I think that California pizza gets a bad rap because of California Pizza Kitchen.
Well, the problem is like the shit you're sending out to everybody else.
Oh no, the stuff that's
Man.
got the state name on it is bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It's like, why would you think that works together? And this is terrible.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Like, garlic sauce Parmesan chicken, that works really well.
Right.
But when you stray from that, you start getting into murkier territory.
Yes, Chuck E. Cheese Chuck E. Cheese is a bullshit artist. BULLSHIT. New word. ARTIST. Bullshit artist. That's also one of my movies I put on for endearment.
Oh, dude. Okay. So there is a television writer that I started following because they worked on. They're one of the writers for Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Oh, cool.
His name is Joshua Conkle, and I got along with him fine on Twitter, so I continued to do so. And the other day he was like, I need the trashiest movie that you've ever seen. Like, I want to wallow in filth for a movie. And so I'm like, Greasy Strangler. And he was like, ah! And I'm like, okay, so do I need to tone it back? So you're telling me I need to tone it down. You're not willing to go that far. Okay, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying.
Not everyone's got the...
That's what I'm going to pull out if you say the filthiest.
It's like, what was Serbian film not on the docket?
Well, how to put it? The Serbian film was a little too arty to be trashy. If you know what I mean?
I feel you on that.
It's, people are like, oh my God, Serbian film. Well, it is an art film. It is definitely an art film.
It's got art in it.
Yeah. Greasy Strangler, in my opinion, is also an art film, but I understand why people might disagree with that.
It's an art film. I mean,
oh, it's definitely art.
It's art.
Definitely art.
It's not art that you should see. It's kind of like noise music or like, murder punk. Like going to see a Gigi Allen show. Like, it's still a concert, but nobody should really want to go there.
It's an experience. It's an experience, but it's not for everybody. This is a movie that asks you to challenge your limits. Every once in a great while, a movie comes along that dares you to watch it. Serbian Film was such a movie.
Yes.
Human Centipede was another. Greasy Strangler, in my opinion, is the king so far. I mean, I remember watching that and just going, I can't believe this movie was made today.
Is this a Tim and Eric skit that just
it did. It feels like the best episode of Tim and Eric. Like with just cranked up to 11. And even if you hate Tim and Eric, because I kind of hate Tim and Eric, you will. I ended up loving the Greasy Strangler because I'm just like,
pray to Satan, pray to Satan, pray to Satan.
Oh,
This
Flashman.
is a public service announcement.
Californians
don't go
to
to
California Pizza Kitchen. Yeah, that should. Yeah, that is definitely true.
And Southerners don't go to KFC.
Yeah. Oh, also, I'm gonna say this: if it doesn't have tomato sauce, pizza's allowed to have 1 or 2 sauces: white sauce and red sauce. Don't have one of those, or if you don't offer red sauce, you're automatically not pizza.
I'm not
You
that
can
hard
offer.
on that
You can offer white pizza if you serve red.
I won't hold that hard of a line, but I understand why we have those standards. But
I'm quite the fan of the tomato sauce.
I was about to start going
Rudy Tooty Disco
Disco
Cutie.
Cutie,
Tooty
Disco
Disco
Cutie. Again, this movie will leave an impression on you. It's
This
not a good one.
is the movie that Freddy Got Fingered wishes it was.
Yeah. 100% that.
Yeah,
actually.
you know that scene near the end where he's like, "Look, Daddy, I'm a farmer." That's where Greasy Strangler starts. You know, the one part of that movie where I was like, okay, that's pretty good. You know, that's where Greasy Strangler starts. It keeps going.
And it's just got like a host of people that shouldn't be in that fucking movie or any movie after that. Like,
oh, man. So cool. I fucking love it. You know, but if someone's like, I can't handle that movie tonight, man, I'm like, okay, fair. You know,
fair.
like, you know.
It's the one you bring out for special occasions. It's like,
well, like I
wanna...
said, it's a litmus test. You know, like if you watch this, then I know you're basically up for anything.
It's definitely okay. I think this is the most true statement about it. It's definitely one of those movies when someone's like, "Oh, bring the weirdest movie or the worst movie you've ever seen." It's the one you bring.
Well, this is the one where people are like, "What's the most fucked up movie you've ever seen?" And I'm like, "Well, on the one hand, there's Serbian film, but if you want to see the one that actually made me retch." Multiple times, it's The Greasy Strangler. Do not eat while watching that movie.
Oh, when he dips the hot dog in the grease.
Oh, man, yeah. It's so gnarly. And I'm like, the art of that film is that basically they were like, all right, you know how you usually film everything to make it look as good as possible? We're gonna not do that. In fact, we're going to do the opposite. Everything is going to be as disgusting as we could possibly make it.
Have you ever watched Pink Flamingos? Imagine if Pink Flamingos had no taste.
Pink Flamingos is almost pedestrian compared to The Greasy Strangler.
Oh, yeah.
like not to talk smack about Pink Flamingos, but holy crap, Greasy Strangler's on another level.
Well, like Pink Flamingos has that one scene, right, where like Divine eats the dog shit. All right, cool. That's disgusting and oh god, it's terrible. But at least it's not like, at least that's like one thing, and then like the movie just goes on.
Yeah, like the Greasy Strangler goes on. It does the disgusting thing, and then it keeps doing it.
Am I doing it, Janet? Am I doing it right, Janet? Am I doing it? I don't feel. Am I doing it right?
Hey.
Am I?
Whoa!
The most awkward of sex scenes.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I think I've ever seen.
It's a fucking. I think what Horror Guru said is, well, now I know what Napoleon Dynamite would have been like if it hadn't been done by Mormons.
Yeah, you're right about that, Guru.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Oh, this is what would happen to Napoleon in like 20 years.
Yep. Oh my god. I want this grease to lubricate my throat. Oh my god.
More grease.
Ah. Let's go dancing, Ronnie. Let's go dancing.
Again, you'll end up quoting this shit, and then you'll be like, people like, oh, that sounds like a really fun. No, this movie is terrible.
It's oh no, what are you talking about? This movie is genius. It's a cinematic man. This thing is a cinematic masterpiece. But whoa. I never thought I would see a movie that would out trauma.
Yeah, actually,
yeah. I'm like, that is one of those like, wait, Trauma didn't make this.
Trauma didn't
they didn't even distribute it? How did this happen? Like this is exactly the kind of movie they usually do. But no, someone else did it.
And it's super.
And it is excellent. If you can hold on to your cookies.
You will watch a 10-minute scene with an Indian man arguing about chips in a vending machine.
Oh my God, that scene. The whole joke of that scene is that it's the same lines over and over, and it lasts just short of forever.
Again, and you're like, the problem with that film is not that it's disgusting, is that it just holds on to scenes for way too long.
Yeah, it is. They've made another movie. That group has made another film.
I need to see it.
Or they're making one. I can't remember if they've made it or if they're making it right now. But that's all I know. Because it's one of those, look, I'm sure whatever it is you're going to tell me about this movie, it's not going to matter.
Don't care, I'm in.
Yeah. Elijah Wood and his Hobbit Gold made The Greasy Strangler. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I had to, I told you about me and my friends watching Mandy, right?
Oh yeah.
So Elijah Wood's name comes up because he's a producer on that, and one of my friends was like, "Wait, Elijah Wood? What's he doing now? Is he like part of this film?" I'm like, "All right." I paused the movie and I said, "Okay, you gotta understand. Elijah Wood's weird,
and he now has fuck you money."
And now he was Frodo Baggins in Lord of the Rings, and now he just makes weird out there horror films.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense if you ever watch like the behind the scenes shit with Lord of the Rings, because Elijah was definitely the most like out there one.
Yeah. He was really odd, and he also came from the most like wholesome image, because don't forget he was both North and in Flipper.
Oh my God.
So up until the time he did Frodo, he was, I am little kid, gee gosh gee willikers.
He was opposite of Macaulay Culkin in a few films, all right?
Yep. Abso-fucking-lutely. And then Lord of the Rings happens 10 years later, after because he was, I think his family did that thing where they were like, all right, we're putting this money in a trust, and you don't get to touch it until you use an adult,
Right?
Like because he was like right on that cusp when Lotor was happening. And
he was like in his 20s, wasn't he, or something?
Was he in his 20s? Like,
I think so. But it doesn't matter. He was still kind of young.
Yeah, he's still really young. He's still pretty young. And he decided at some point that he was going to start a movie studio, and they were going to focus on fucked up horror movies. That's like Spectra.
I was about to say Spectravision.
Spectravision, yeah.
Fucking... Like, if you really do love
Elijah and Daniel Radcliffe need to make a movie together. Wasn't that Swiss Army Man?
No, Elijah wasn't in that one.
Didn't he produce it?
He may have produced it, but there needs to be Elijah Wood and Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, like as actors, both as actors at the same. Oh, okay.
And yes, Guru. To be fair, one of those Macaulay Culkin films was The Good Son. So
oh shit, I forgot that. I forgot. You're right.
But yeah, like if you want to thank any person for like the horror movie renaissance for going through, you could make a solid argument for Elijah Wood being the top dog in that.
Oh no, Swiss Army Man was A24. It was A24.
Have you watched X?
Hell yeah, I saw X.
Okay, I had a friend who went to go see it and said he wasn't very happy with it.
Your friend doesn't like fun. What was wrong? What do you think was wrong with that movie?
I think he went in with too high of expectations and was let down.
What did he think was gonna happen?
I don't fucking know.
I mean,
think he was,
look, all I know is that I saw an art house horror movie that had a lot of tits in it, and it was 70s sleazy, and it was right up my alley. It even had
Right.
old people fucking in it.
old people fucking.
Old people fucking.
Ooh.
Yo, you've not seen it yet?
Oh no, not yet.
Ooh. Oh, you're in for a treat.
All right,
You're in for a treat. That movie is great.
because like I really want to go see that film, and I like when he came back and he was like, I didn't like it that much, and I was almost like, oh shit.
Horror
friend-
Guru. I'm with Horror Guru. Your friend fails at life. I'm sorry to inform you.
Look, I'm trying to influence him.
This
all right?
was no, that was a movie that like we fucking walked out and we were just like, that was really good. What was it? We had just seen this movie called Fresh, and we were like, man, this might be the top of the list of 2022 movies right now. You
Right.
know, really, really good. And then like the next day we saw X and we're like, okay, it's number 2 now. X is number 1.
You know, for as shit as this year has been, and it has been shit, there have been some really good movies that have come out.
Oh yeah. There's been some good good films like
Because I'll be real honest with you, I did not have high hopes for the Batman before it came out.
No. I my expectations were really low. You know,
But I knew something magical was going to happen because I had the same like feelings before Dark Knight. Because I was like, Heath Ledger is
Yeah.
the Joker. That pretty boy motherfucker. Ugh.
Ugh, this isn't gonna work, you know. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, all right, this there are 2 results of this feeling. This feeling foreshadows one of 2 directions for a Batman movie. 1, The Dark Knight. 2, Batman and Robin. You know, like
I can
let's be
defend
real.
Batman forever. I cannot defend Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin, I can defend to a point.
Right.
Like, if you ask me if it's actually a good movie, the answer is hell no. If you ask me if it's completely worthless, no, it's not completely worthless. It's just definitely the worst Batman movie.
Yes.
You know, it's definitely the least. Yeah, no. Horger was like, no, he was looking forward to it from like day one, and I was the skeptical one. I was like,
And, look, I know it's because I was being prejudiced, but the motherfucker was. You know,
I've
Edward and
had my heart
Twilight.
broken before by movies, you know.
Yeah, well, that and like the motherfucker was Edward in Twilight. Okay.
Actually, that was the part I was pretty solid on.
That was the one part I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
I've
the
seen
part
him
I was
act.
like, I think he could do. I don't know if he will do it, but I do know that he is capable of it. Because
Right.
I've seen him in a lot of other stuff that wasn't Twilight, and I'm like, no,
Well,
no,
like,
no, he could actually do this.
I saw that.
Whether or
when I
not you
watched-
get that, if you could suck so bad you don't get that performance out of him, though.
right, Twilight.
Well, if we don't count Twilight, the one where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need you to do something else. Is the movie Remember Me?
Yes.
That was. I saw that on like TV, and it's good because I think if I saw that in a theater, I might have tried to burn the theater down because that has been a potential problem before.
I just imagine like sometimes you go to the theater and it's like Cecil be demented. You're like,
Oh.
Forrest Gump 2?
Dude, what the fuck? You know, like, no. I've gotten that intense. Horror Guru. All right, the most depressed I've ever seen Horror Guru because of a movie, and it rivals any other like real tragedy. Man of Steel.
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
And I was right there with him. But I was like, he was like, oh God. I was like, how bad could it? He's like, I said, how bad could it be? I didn't know. And I'm sitting there and I'm like losing my mind. Like I'm getting angry. And I'm like, we're going to go burn down a comic store right now.
Right.
right
No.
fuck now.
Comics are dead.
Yeah. Comics are dead. No, we don't need them to come back. Fuck it. No, done.
They only hurt us. Look
Yeah.
at how they hurt us here.
Yeah, look at what just happened. Did you see that? Like, I felt about that way the South Park kids felt about, like, Indiana Jones 4. You know?
Like, Indiana Jones 4 was one of those movies where I walked out like, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't.
And then I'm
wasn't
driving
that
home.
good. Yeah.
And then I'm driving home and I'm like, oh, it really was that fucking bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Well,
Oh my
it's
God,
not
it
the
was
worst movie I ever seen. But, yeah, it was trying. It was trying.
I was like, a fucking fridge? Like, I'm walking around like in the middle of the night in my underwear, yelling about a movie. Alone. Because,
Yeah, I did not feel that bad about it. I was just sort of like, yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense. It was definitely like, I was like, this is like the Temple of Doom with all the stuff that makes Temple of Doom good, you know, or fun to watch.
Right.
You know, like, because Temple of Doom is a mess when you really get down to it. You're like, wait, what's happening and why? But when they start down that mine cart, you're just like, okay, cool. We're just all right. We're on an adventure. It was like the Crystal Skull was basically as poor, was a worse plot than Temple of Doom, and not nearly as fun. You know, that's what pissed me off about that movie. Because I'm like, Indiana Jones flick. Like, come on, man. You know, like, dun-dun-dun. You know, like, just Indiana Jones it up. You know,
Indiana Jones is fighting communists.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What's
that might work.
What's he looking for? Is he looking for like an ancient religious artifact? Nope. He's looking for ancient aliens.
Okay.
All right. But he's going to bring his son along. Oh, cool. Who's his son? It's this kid by the name of Mutt. And it's played by Shia LaBeouf.
Uh-oh. We could be in trouble. You know? This is a dark horse on the horizon. You know? And the thing is Shia LaBeouf isn't even that bad in the movie.
He's not, but
he's not adding what he should.
He's not short round there. I said
no. I was like, no, just fucking get the guy to be short round again, and we'll have an adventure with adult short round, you know, and he won't have his accent anymore, and he'll just be like, fuck you, Dr. Jones. What the hell's up with you? That was your problem, you know.
I liked it better when you didn't speak English. Yeah, we can have that really awkward conversation, all right?
Yeah. I preferred it when you just shut the fuck up, you know. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Who was it that rescued you from that fucking Indian death cult? Oh yeah, it was fucking me. If it wasn't for fucking me, you'd still be like, I'm pulling hearts out of people, okay? I hear it. I hear any of that shit. Anyway, yeah. I didn't mind passing the torch, but it was like, why does Indiana Jones need a kid all of a sudden?
I don't know.
There are other ways we could do this that would probably be a lot cooler. Also, another way that movie failed big time, because this is how you know it's fuck you. You know who didn't show up? Who didn't show up? Besides short round.
Well,
Sala.
Yeah. And he was alive.
No John Rhys Davies? What?
He's right there.
Yeah. Come on, man.
But he'll ask for Gimli money now, so.
Well, good thing you Steven fucking Spielberg and George fucking Lucas, so you got that money.
I swear those two like went like the mid to early 2000, the early to mid 2000s. Those two were just on a really bad like creative bankruptcy.
Yeah, they were in like I art, artistically, I think realizing that this just wasn't getting his dick hard anymore did way better for Spielberg.
Yeah.
Like, Spielberg has continued to do quality films. You may not have seen them, because
But they're there.
But they're there. Yeah, like Lincoln is a really good movie. Like the fucking
Daniel Day-Lewis one.
yeah, the Daniel Day-Lewis one, but also more recently the fucking West Side Story.
Yeah.
The West Side Story, that was really well done. Now, if you don't give a shit about West Side Story, this one's probably not going to change your mind. But like you find yourself going, actually, yeah, he did. If someone was like, yeah, there are two really good versions of this committed to film, they would be right. It was really well done. Now, I feel bad for Lucas.
Right.
Because he kind of ended on a whimper. And that's too bad because I'm like, man, dude, you ought to be riding high right now. You should be Stan Leeing it up.
And this is the reason why I hate fandoms. Because, well, yes, George Lucas did lose his fucking creative ability. And he did. Because, yeah, Star Wars sucked when he was in charge of it.
Well, when he was writing and directing it, it was not good.
Yeah. But, man, angry adult male nerds, and I know ironic I'm saying this, but I just really wish they'd shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, episode 1 was terrible, and it was.
Yeah. But the whole like rape my childhood thing, I thought was a little. I was like, oh come on, it's not that bad. If like I found myself going like, look, if that's how you feel, fucking pussies. You ain't seen bullshit.
And it's weird, right? It's weird, right, to watch the same people that were throwing that amount of.
Did you forget Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 existed?
Oh, don't fucking remind me.
Did you forget that?
The one that should have been the fucking coolest was
it should have been the best one. That should have been Turtles in Time, baby. But no, can't do that. Hey, let's go to ancient Japan so the turtles can fight some French guy. The fuck are you doing? No, you were supposed to bring back the guy who played Shredder in the other movies, and he was going to be like great-grandpa Shredder in his prime or some shit. That's the way this was supposed to happen. That's the movie we signed up for when we bought a ticket.
Right. And it's like...
Well, I was at least... Look, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as the first one, but I was expecting it to at least be as good as Secret of the Ooze.
Right.
It was a step down, but it's not a bad movie. It just may not be what you wanted.
But, like, for fuck's sake, like... And the thing that's weird,
yeah,
right,
Steel exists!
I don't even...
Hey, dude, hey, quick, watch Shaquille O'Neal as he runs up an escalator.
That fucking movie is just one long Shaquille O'Neal joke. I fucking hate it.
Man. And I feel so bad because I found myself going... The thing is I wouldn't say Shaquille O'Neal was a great actor, but I'm pretty sure he deserves better than this.
Fuck, Kazam was better than this.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, at least in Kazam, you knew what you were in for. You knew you were like, oh, look, this is going to be some bullshit going right in. It's not pretending to be anything else. You're going to watch some kids movie shit. He's going to play a genie that raps. That is exactly what fucking happens. Like, he hangs out with a white boy as a rapping genie. Done. Does that sound like bullshit? It is. But it's the bullshit you expected.
Isn't that kind of problematic? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A white kid finds a bottle that contains an enslaved black man that has to do as he wishes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little, you're like, ooh, that hasn't aged well. But, here's the thing. If you say I liked Kazam because I was a kid when that shit came out, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna,
like
you're not
I like
wrong. I like
I
a lot
like
of I like a lot of bullshit too.
I like Kazam and I like Major Payne. I can't justify it. All I know is, as a kid, I watched the shit out of both of them.
Oh, dude, I'm trying to think of like the worst, like the movie that should be the thing that I'm like, oh god, I loved this, and I should be ashamed of it, but it's really. But my meter has gotten so broken that I can't think of what it actually is, because when you've seen actually bad movies, I mean, like,
legitimately
bad movies, like, you start to realize, well, this wasn't that bad. A lot of the shit that you watched wasn't that bad.
Which is like the reason why I hate like the fandom shit, because they fucking hate. They hate on the prequels. Like 20 years ago, you couldn't get one goddamn fucking person, like a Star Wars fan, to say they love the prequels. And 20 years later, you have fans that are like, I want to go back to the prequels. That's when the series was at its best.
Yeah, I call bullshit.
I
call bullshit on that. Like, let me put it this way. Caravan of Hope is a movie I watched a lot as a kid, but I'm not going to claim it's like the pinnacle of Star Wars.
Hey, look, Caravan of Hope has like is that the one with the giant in it? Like with the giant spiders, and they go in the giant's place.
Yeah, with the Ewoks and actually,
yeah,
is it the first one or the second one? Yeah. The Caravan of Hope is the one with the sorceress and the spider. Yeah.
Like the little girl that has a weird like white headband and like.
Yeah. And it starts out with the family from the first movie getting killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, okay. And Flashman's like, I love the Three Ninjas movies as a kid. Yeah. When you're a kid, it's like, yeah. It's like you look at it now and you're like, man, that's some bullshit, but like, you still kind of like it. Here's a movie that is I kind of like, but is bullshit. But like the problem is I didn't watch it as a kid. I saw it as an adult.
Right.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, that shit was made for you, bud. I don't know.
Yeah. That if I had been like a kid when I first watched it, that would probably be the one where I'm like, look, let's be honest, this movie's some bullshit. It's some old bullshit, but at the very least, it's got Ivan Ooze in it.
And Ivan Ooze is always a good time.
The best part of that fucking movie is the villain.
It's like watching Vincent Price play your fucking favorite Power Ranger villain.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like the thing is the guy who's playing Ivan Ooze, he's the only guy that seems to understand that he's in the Power Rangers movie. He's sort of like, okay, I'm gonna be a Power Rangers villain. What does a Power Rangers villain do? Wacky shit. So I'm gonna do wacky shit the entire. My whole plot is to sell kids slime toys that kill their parents. That's the whole plot, motherfucker.
Don't you think it's a little lowbrow for Power Rangers? They have literally had episodes where they fought handbags. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. There's an episode where they have to fight a pig who's trying to eat all the food, who is played by Bryan Cranston.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. This shit was never good. It was entertaining, and that's what you wanted. Like
But
but I did eventually see like that Power Rangers Turbo movie, and man, that was an hour and a half.
are you talking about the new one, or are you talking about like the
No, I'm talking
newer
about the
one
one with the
with the turbo actors in it? That one,
let me put it this way. I remember it had a villainess with big boobs.
yeah,
Her name was like Serba Lang. No, wait, that's Men in Black 2.
I think it's like Scorpiana or something.
Scorpiana or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I vaguely
on.
remember a scorpion theme going on. I definitely remember a titty theme. I was
Diva
like
Talks.
Diva Talks. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Diva
right.
Talks was like a sexual awakening for me as a kid. I was like, I like that. Oh.
Yeah, so like, I'm like, like the movies like this got a soft spot in your heart. I get it.
Right.
But I can't think I know it exists. I know there's a movie that's like, oh man, it's pure. It's bad, but I still watch it. And now I'm having trouble remembering what it is.
Well, that's the other fucking problem when you're someone who loves bad movies, is when someone's like, "What's the worst movie you've ever seen?" It takes forever because you can't find one that you actually hate.
Yeah. It's like, if you're like, what's the movie you hated the most? That I can answer.
Right.
Actually, although it's a two-way answer.
It's not Jennifer's Body, by the way.
It isn't. Jennifer's Body is not the movie I hate the most. It is the movie that disappointed me the most.
Yes.
But the two movies I hated the most were Man of Steel and 1997's The Haunting.
Mine's Batman versus Superman, because that one almost killed my love for comics.
Ooh.
And
yeah, I had been,
and the American.
The American?
Yeah, exactly. You don't fucking remember it.
No.
It's a George Clooney fic where he plays like an aging spy that's in France, and he has like this love affair with this woman. She dies, and they have like a chase scene and everything. And like, I don't remember a goddamn thing about that movie. I just remember scenes happening. All I remember is that it was. All I remember is that it was the movie my mom picked for Christmas movie time, and we never let her pick another movie since.
Wait, DeCrane is like Mr. Good Burger movie? Wait, do you mean the Good Burger movie?
Because I love the Good Burger.
I like the Good Burger movie.
That shit is dumb.
Oh yeah, it's one of those. If you're like, this movie's not very good. Hell no, it's not very good.
It's a movie about a fucking like fast food place that makes burgers.
Yeah, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your? It's like stoner humor for like little kids, is what it is.
But
the Last Airbender. Oh, see,
okay,
here's the thing. I
refuse to believe those fucking movies existed.
Jupiter Ascending. I didn't hate Jupiter Ascending. It's a hot mess.
It's terrible, but
yeah. It's pure to me. Jupiter Ascending is like, it's like movie theater candy. You paid too much for it. You could have gotten it cheaper. It didn't have to be this much of a commitment. But it is still candy at the end of the day, so that's pretty good.
Like, for some reason in your brain you thought you still like snow caps, but like you're eating.
Oh yeah,
I hate.
And you're
snow
like,
caps.
man, should have gone for the. You're like, oh god, should have gone for the gummy bears or the fucking Sour Patch Kids. God damn it. What was? Oh man, what's that? What are those? They're like these little. I can't remember what they're fucking called, but they're like peppermint.
Good and Plenty?
No, they're not Good and Plenty's, but they're like peppermint, dark chocolate peppermint things. They're like a peppermint patty, but they're like little dots.
Oh fuck, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't now.
I
was 7 and forced my mom to leave the theater 20 minutes into Good Burger.
Okay. See, what a film that I left early in was like the only film I've ever left early is the Transformers Michael Bay film. I couldn't do it.
I've never. Yeah, oof.
I when they ripped fucking Jazz in half, I was like, fuck this. And I was like 15. I was like, fuck this. And I walked out. Like,
Fuck this shit.
yeah.
Fuck you. You know, yeah, I wasn't. The thing was, I was like, dude, I'm not expecting too much from a Transformers movie, but I know I'm probably going to be disappointed. You know, because like it had like, yeah, this is going to be Steel again all over it. You know, and thankfully it wasn't that bad, but you know, one of those Junior Mints. That's it. Thank you to Crane. Junior Mints. Those are pretty good. I like those. You know, like there's okay. Gotta ask, what's your Rolls Royce of theater candy?
Theater candies explicitly.
Yeah, theater candy explicitly, like just ones you can get in movie theater.
I think it's got to be like Milk Duds.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't eat them because like
I have too many fillings these days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But those bitches are so tempting every fucking time.
Yeah.
I actually am more like, I do love gummy bears at gummy bears and popcorn.
Yeah.
You know,
I never put gummy bears in the popcorn.
Oh no, like I'm a fatty. I'm like gummy bears, popcorn, Coke, gummy bears, popcorn, Coke. And then I can watch a 3-hour film.
Oh man. Junior Mints. Yes, I meant Junior Mints. Oh, like Wolfman saying Crunch Bunch.
Hot tamales I actually kind of get down with as well.
Like hot tamales pretty good. Yeah, Horgers like Milk Duds. Those are the Rolls Royce of theater candy. Like
but the thing is like I'm a stereotypical basic bitch when it comes to movie theater shit. I get popcorn and a Coke and that's it.
I usually get popcorn, Coke, maybe gummy bears, depending on what they got, whether they have them.
Right.
You know, I used to get like Abba Zabbas and shit, but for the same reason, I don't do Milk Duds anymore.
Fucking Abba Zabba. So funny story. I had never had an Abba Zabba until like
I lost a crown doing Abba Zabba.
Oh, we were out in like it was about me and my family, and we were taking like a vacation in the Pacific Northwest, and they had Abba Zabba in the store, and I was that kid that watched movies he really shouldn't have, so I seen
Abba Zabba, you're my only friend.
I saw a half baked. I was like, well, I gotta fucking try this to see what's so good about it. I fucking I bite into it. I'm like, I have done no damage to this thing.
Yeah. That man. That candy fights you.
It's like
you're like, you could have made this a little softer, guys. Holy crap!
I fucking I had this thing like all the way up to like the middle seat in the van, stretching it like from my mouth, and I'm like, this is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either your teeth either won't cut it or it fucking like explodes like glass in your fucking cheek.
You know what?
Oh man.
But like luckily my theater that I go to is one of those like fancy theaters that's got a bar and shit. So
ooh.
Yeah.
So theater pizza is disgusting. It can be. It runs the gamut from okay to what did I do to deserve this? It's not on the high end. It's not on the high end, but it can be decent. You know?
It's like you microwaved this, didn't you? Fuck.
Okay. So we went to CX. It was like, all right, let's get some popcorn, and they're offering, the theater we went to were offering these like mac and cheese bites, right? And I'm like, it's overpriced, but like, yeah, whatever. You know, Countess wants them, I want them, we'll get them.
I'm assuming everything went great and you enjoyed your meal.
Once we got it.
Oh.
But like, you ever watched a guy handle the food and kind of do you require supervision? Like, do you need an adult?
Okay.
You know, like,
Okay. Ironically, no, up until very recently when I went to go see a movie with my my cousin-in-law, like my cousin's widow. We
yeah.
went to go see the Batman. She ordered a hot dog. It took 3 fucking teenagers to make a hot dog.
Yeah. It was a similar situation, but the other two didn't show up. There was just that guy and the supervisor was really kind of obviously doing the you put the fucking thing in the fryer. Fucking put it in the fryer, and then you wait. Now, while you're doing that, why don't you get the customer the popcorn and the soda they ordered? So that they could do it now, so we can say that we're getting something done. And yeah, there was a bit of that. There was. I mean, it's always a good sign when you're like, I would like to have this thing that is advertised right in front of me. That thing right there. I will even call it by name. Make it easy for you. I don't know if we have any of that.
Okay.
Okay. Could you check? Because if you have it, I will buy it. If not, I'll make another selection. But like, the thing is, this is actually like, this is actually kind of unusual. Like, I haven't had like a bad like concession stand experience in quite some time.
Right.
Unless we count concerts.
Well, concerts
Like, that's
don't
all bets
count.
are fucking off on that shit.
Yeah.
Like
like if you're going to a fucking like arena show, you might as well just go eat beforehand. And if you're at like a punk bar, what the fuck are you doing eating the barbecue there?
what I tend to do is I try to plan it. I try to plan it because, like, okay, once the opening band is on, everyone's going to be in there. So if I really need, like, chicken nuggies or something, them's the time to do it.
Right.
However, I felt kind of bad because as I was getting my stuff, I was like, oh, man, I actually really like this opening band once I actually get back down and sit and listen to them. I didn't realize they were going to do like a 20-minute set. And then I was like, wait, they're done? Okay. Shit. I've miscalculated.
I haven't eaten my nachos yet.
Yeah. I haven't even eaten the shit yet. Like, oh God, if I realized this set was going to be that short, I would have just like, hung in there, for a bit. Oh well. 3 more bands, so like,
Entertainment's coming.
Entertainment's coming, like fresh theater nachos, says Flashman. Reasonably priced. Oh, thank you, John Eccentric.
I can't do theater nachos because they don't put enough shit in it.
My only problem with theater nachos is, I will say this about theater nachos. You know what you're getting. The quality meter doesn't move too far. If you're like, yeah, this is okay. If you're like, yeah, this is okay. I could eat these nachos. Then you're not going to be in a situation where it's like, what the hell's wrong? Unless they've really dropped the ball, which sometimes they do.
Yeah.
And one bad nacho experience will put you off the whole fucking thing. Because that's what happened to me. Like,
I guess that's what happened to me as well, because I've never had good theater nachos.
Okay, well, see, they're never great. They're never the best. But one day, when I ordered, like, yeah, get some nachos. And it was like stale, like fucking corn chips with a glob of fucking fake cheese that had the hard dried bit on it. I start eating that and I'm like, No. No.
No.
No. You know, like it's. I was just like, there's these types of nachos only. That's not supposed to happen. You know,
Right.
like, oh, yeah. So when
That's
that shit
almost an
goes wrong, that shit goes real wrong. But
That's
usually,
almost
like,
insulting.
oh, it's a super insult. You know, let's see. I remember when I worked at a Rita concession stand, I became the Rembrandt of nachos. Then I got in trouble because I was taking more than 10 seconds to serve the customer.
But they're happy, Joe. Look at them. They're eating this shit and loving it.
Yeah, no, that's not how we make money. But dude, like, look, man, I'm responsible for this little amount of happiness in their day. Don't take that from me, you piece of shit.
Saint Speed was talking about like how he'd see his sister with fucking burns on her arm. Man, I hope you never eat
Burns
out
on
anywhere.
her arm?
Yeah, from the fucking popcorn machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I hope you don't ever eat out then.
Yeah, that shit happens. That shit happens. Not to think about it.
I still have fucking scars from where that shit happened. All right, man. Well, it's
Part
like
of my
2
finger
a.m.
ended up in a sandwich.
Ew. I bet that was an Arby's, wasn't it?
The Subway.
Oh, were you a sandwich artist?
I was. And I was like, yeah, come on, man. Like, don't.
I must bleed for my heart.
I'm just like, actually, the thing is that this was very early on in my working career, because I think it was like 16, 17. And it was also the moment I started to learn how capitalism worked and what you had to do in order to make sure that you maintain bodily integrity on the job. So, never catch the vegetable slicer.
Oh, honey. No.
Yeah, it was a reflex. You need to train yourself to just be like, fuck that.
Was it the mandolin? Like the little one that goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth?
Yeah. It was the one specifically that sliced the tomatoes.
Oh, the ones like where you put like the whole tomato in and shove it through and
Yep.
then you have your tomatoes.
Yep.
Yeah, never trust those bitches.
No. I never have since. You know,
Fuck
it's
those
one of
things.
those like it's one of those things where like I only ever saw them in a fucking Subway kitchen. I never saw anyone else use them ever again. You know, because they are dangerous.
I've used them in a professional kitchen, but that was just like, I can't like I've held the sharpest of chef knives in my hand while fucking trying to cut like a fucking coconut or some bullshit. Never cut my finger, but a mandolin or one of those fucking tomato slicers.
Oh yeah,
every fucking time.
That'll get you because you got to go boom. You got to use force.
Right.
You know, it's like when you got the knife, you've actually got full control over everything as long as you're not being, as long as you're not trying to break no speed record.
Right.
You know, you've got full control over that situation, But yeah, so split a finger open lengthwise.
Fine.
Had a flap. And the manager is trying to get me to continue working. And I'm like, no, I'm missing part of my finger.
That's unsanitary.
This is, not only is this a bad idea for my finger, I don't think we want to serve this, if you know what I mean.
You're a sandwich artist. You got to put blood in your art.
Yeah, and it just like it was one of those. I am not losing a finger for Subway. Like I'm going to the hospital.
They don't like when you make that calculation.
No, they do not. I had to drive myself.
Of course you did, because especially when you were 16, they were like, "Fuck off, kid." Like,
yeah. Like it's one of those. Like if I didn't have my own car, I might have lost that finger. Like no kidding. How dare I have to close up anything for you?
right.
And during that whole time, I was like, all right, so when should I go back to work? And they're like 3 weeks.
You're like, well, I'm
I'm
fired.
like, well, fuck that. Fuck this job. So I'm like, all right, so I'll schedule myself for 3 weeks so I keep that workman's comp. And then a week after that, bye. Like fuck you. I'm not doing this anymore. Good fucking God. I'm like, it's just one of those like, hey, what's more important? Making sandwiches or an injured human being? Quick, we got to pump out more units for the man. And that just kind of made me go, I'm pretty sure an injury, people will be like, oh, yeah, you should probably close up for that. Especially if the guy's like, yeah, I think I'm missing a finger here. Like, that's probably a big deal.
I'm feeling woozy.
You see? Yeah. And so it was one of those things. And of course, like, there was a huge fight over the workman's comp, too. And I'm like, what if this had been worse? And all I could think of is, what if this had been worse? What if this had been worse? Like, would I still be getting these threatening phone calls? I'd still be getting these threatening phone calls and shit.
Wait, what? They threatened you?
Yeah.
Fucking what?
Yeah. They're like, well, if you're not back, we might not have to pay this workman's comp. I'm like, motherfucker, my finger. I'm gonna save my finger, okay? I like my hand.
Look, Jeff. I don't want to be a sandwich artist my entire life. I mean, look at you. Like you are the beacon for why no one should keep this job forever.
Dedicate, like, if people start talking to you about like, dedication, dedication. What are you fucking talking about? Like, there's
look at my finger.
Look at this. Like, dude, it's not like I'm not gonna become this. This ain't a Michelin star restaurant, dude. I'm not trying to be Gordon Ramsay here.
I'm making the cold cuts combo.
Yeah, I'm making the cold cuts combo, bitch. Like, what the fuck? I don't have to put literal blood, sweat, and tears into that crap. Like, nobody cares. It's just like, hey, imagine if I just slap this fucking thing together and sell it to somebody. That's our business. Like, come on. Oh, these kids just don't understand the purpose of work.
Nobody wants to work today.
Oh my God. Well, when my hand is injured, no, I don't tend to like to use my hand to make sandwiches when it's falling off, bleeding, and I am in crippling pain. No, as a matter of fact. So when people are like, wow, the bosses just, women are like, wow, having menstrual cramps and the bosses are just making us deal with shit. I'm like, yep.
That's how the system works.
That's how that works. Like, they really should stop doing that. Oh, yeah.
Should.
Like, definitely. Like, it's menstrual pains. I've never had them, but like watching them occur has made me go, if a guy kicked another dude in the nuts on the assembly line, you'd probably go, yeah, take 10 minutes. You would at least do that. You're like, yeah, that looked really fucking painful. You wouldn't be like, nah, you're making that shit up. There's no such thing as menstruation. That's just something you women made up.
EMS, more like BS.
Yeah. Oh, actually, my favorite is when the enforcer is a woman, and you just sort of like, I don't know how to put it, but like, I understand. There's a look, and it's like, you traitorous bitch. How dare you? You know what's going on, and you're still fucking making me like do this. You are a traitor. You know, hand in your vagina and your tits right now. You know, because I'm sure someone way more deserving wants them. You know,
You're not using them for good.
you're not using those for good. You know, forfeit.
They are mine. I will hand them out.
Yeah, hand them out. Hand them out. Hey, who's we have any trans ladies here? Like the full set. You know, hey, I'm not saying they're the best, but they are free and available.
Low mileage and only drove. They only
Low
fucked on the
mileage.
weekend.
Got some low mileage on them.
Low mileage. They only fucked on the weekends. all right?
Oh. But yeah. Like I always go like, man, there's a special place in hell for people who do that. You know.
It's I hate when guys are like, it can't be that fucking bad, dude. I look, every fucking man knows that if we were the ones having the babies, not only would abortion be legal, we would have 24/7 abortion clinics.
Oh yeah, totally.
Straight up. Shut the fuck up about that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's one of those.
They're just faking it. It's not that bad. Shut the fuck up.
Oh man, I watched this one like episode of Sliders that really got across the sexual inequality thing.
Right.
Because like testicular pain was something men made up. And you're like, oh. You know, and like kid me is like, oh, I get it. Because that's some pain. Like, that's some pain. And no, a woman wouldn't know that pain. She really wouldn't. So, look, if every other woman I know is saying that this is painful and this is happening, then I know it's not some bullshit my mom made up, okay? You know, like...
It's true.
You know.
Hey, man, it's like 2 a.m. I got up at like 8 today, so I'm dog ass tired, man.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you go. I think I'll also I'll probably like close up. Let's just close it out. Why not? I want to thank everyone.
I'd love to stay up later, but like I'm barely holding on.
I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Town Eccentric, Flashman, and Yishify in particular for their donations. You didn't have to, but I really appreciate it. Things are looking good. Looks like we're gonna get there, which is awesome. I mean,
yeah, you know, and honestly, like with the fucking rig you have, please help this poor man out. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's limping along at the moment, you know. Like, hey, but fucking 8 years ago when I got it, top of the line.
Right.
Now, oh, yeah, it's starting to stutter. Yeah, some not going so well. Like, the streaming is kind of pushing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But anyway, thank you for having me on, Jack. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno. Don't forget to wash your ass. And
get
remember,
nice and deep like.
Yeah. Get a bidet if you have to. I got one. Changed my life.
Same.
Yeah. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, obviously not Disco Inferno. And remember, Satan and I love you all very much.